What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, Beck?
Nothing. Nothing is up. Nothing has happened in my life. Just work and that's it.
Nothing happened or nothing that you care to share. There's a difference, you know.
No, there is a difference. No, nothing has happened. This has been a quiet week considering how emotional last week was. I was appreciative of this week just being quiet. So nothing going on. Just chilling.
True,
Just
true, true.
yep.
You know, the fact that we do shit on Wednesdays, we need to start having, we need to come with some kind of hump day theme, hump day
Day.
section, or like a
Right,
hump
have
day
a
some
camera
shit.
across the screen or something.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna find me a goddamn camel going for it, yo. We're gonna have some kind of hump day shit, like hump day quote of the day, or hump day something. We need to come with
Yeah,
some kind of shit, some kind of creative shit with the hump day.
yeah.
Help
Anybody
motherfuckers get over
watching
that
that can
hump.
think of something creative we can do for Hump Day, let us know.
You
Hump
drinking
Day?
anything?
What you got? What's that, Bartonora?
What? No. What?
What you got? Oh, I'm about to be like, what you know about that Bartonora? That cheap wine, that cheap little wine, that Walmart
If,
wine.
if it's cheap, I know about it.
Bartonora.
I I might just not know the name of that shit, but if it's cheap, hold up, is it under $6?
No, this one is a little fancy. It's about $11.
Oh, I might not know about that one.
Yeah.
$7, $7 and below. I know about all them shits.
No, it's not barefoot. It's not barefoot. I'm not doing no shade, but it's not. No, it's not barefoot.
It sounds like you're throwing shade.
You got splurge on this one. This one is $11, $13 if you get it from somewhere else.
See, I go to Total Wine.
Oh yeah, we got our liquor for the wedding from Total Wine.
Yeah, see, Total Wine got good prices and a lot of options and good prices.
Yeah, I didn't know they had cigars either. It says Total Wine's cigars and more.
Yep, it's in the corner.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I was invited to somebody's party. It was a dude. It was like the decorations was cigar lounge. It was like a cigar lounge kind of party. And I was like, I don't know anything about cigars. So I was like, where would I get them? And somebody was like, try Total Wine. I was like, oh, it does say Total Wine, cigars and more. Duh. Duh. What's up, Sam?
Your ass ain't read past the damn Total Wine.
No, reading was not fundamental that day.
Nope.
What's going on with you? Happy Hump Day.
Yeah, happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. What's going on with you? What's your life like?
You gonna respond? What the hell? Say something. Well, I mean, not say something. Write something. Shit.
She will. I'm asking you.
Oh, you talking to me? I thought you were talking to goddamn
like?
Sam. What's the damn question again?
What's your life like? What's going on with you?
This can't be life. It gotta be more.
This can't be us. Listen, I was feeling like that too because I know it's not just me feeling it. I know everybody want to be balling now. The whole thing is to have money but between gas prices and food prices, listen, I don't want to go nowhere and I don't want to eat not a damn thing. It is too expensive to live. Like, it's just me, Robert, and Jasmine. And it's easily, if we was to get all the things that we need and like say we will go food shopping, like let's say every 2 weeks or maybe even every week, it's an easy $300 for fucking milk, bread, and cheese. You want to get a Brussels sprout? You want to get an apple? You want to get a banana? $250.
And then going up every fucking where.
You want to get some rice and then gas. So the BP up the block for me the other day, I took a picture of it because I was behooved. What behooved me was it was $4.39 for regular.
Ooh, for regular?
For regular. I was like, oh no, I drove past BP and went to QT and it was $4.09. Now, that's only a few blocks difference and it was 30 cents, down. So I don't know the regulation on gas prices, but I woke up one day and I was like, let me get some gas. It was like $3.80 something. I looked and it was like 419, 426, 439. I said, what? Overnight? I don't understand what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
All I know is Kentucky Fried Chicken, $5 Phillips is now a goddamn $7. And I don't like that.
389. I wish see that much of a difference. 367 to 389. I don't understand why gas prices are going back up. I'm not with it.
Well, I heard it's a fuel shortage with all the shit that's going on overseas. That's what the fuck I heard.
There's a wage increase shortage too.
Yeah, you
Because
ain't
at
gonna
this
get,
point, we need a stipend for gas. Those of
yeah,
us
yeah,
who have to go back in the office now, they should give us a stipend for gas, or let us write it off on our taxes because this is crazy.
good luck with that shit.
I know I'm overthinking. I'm wishful thinking, but
Good luck with
still,
that shit. Yo, let's
we'll dive right in.
yeah, my dive right in.
Let's dive right in.
Tend to be on here around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's see. Is there any topics that we should save until goddamn Tina B get here? Oh, we can just revisit this shit when she get here.
Yeah, we can just revisit. We can do
Yeah.
a little summary at the end.
Yeah. So
She
I
gonna give her take regardless anyway.
right. She better be watching this shit so we don't have to catch your ass up when you get on this motherfucker Tina B.
Right.
We'll dive in this motherfucker real quick. I got a question for. We're gonna jump head first, or we want to ease our way in.
Whatever you want.
No, what you want? It's Hump Day.
Okay, let's let's get these rappers out the way. Let's start there.
You know what? Good shit.
Yeah,
Well,
let's start there. Let's get these young rappers out the way.
Well, post one of them shits. I'll post one of them shits.
All right, we're gonna start right here. Prosecutors claim Young Thug's associates worked to get his permission to murder YFN Lucci in jail. Merv, your phone ring, trap phone ring. Hey yo, he up the block. Get him. What you doing?
What you talking about? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm watching All American. This shit good too, man. What? Huh? Yeah,
Listen,
nigga, you high?
has to be.
You watch too much TV, yo. I'm about to go watch some good shit like All American. See this motherfucker catch this touchdown. All right, man. Nigga, holler at me later. Bye.
Right. So maybe I missed this because I be in the Google, so I usually can pick up, put the stories together. But was there beef between him and Lucci?
Oh yes, yeah.
All right, so fill me in on that because I'm not understanding why they would put a hit out on Lucci like that.
I don't know the details of the beef. But they've been beefing a while, like violent beef. So that's
like Gucci and Jeezy.
Yeah, similar to that. So the people that called him, reason why they were trying to get permission, they're trying to look good, trying to impress or whatnot. But I don't know why people still talk on this damn phone when they try and commit a damn crime. And here's the other thing. After you done became a fucking millionaire, I'm assuming Young Thug is a millionaire. I mean, based off he's had a lot of success.
He got a couple dollars.
So I'm just right.
He got a couple dollars.
Yo, why stay in the game, or why ever continue? Now, granted, I ain't never been part of that life, so maybe to me it's looking like it's obvious to get the fuck out.
Right, because if you give me $20, I'm acting brand new. So you give me $1 million, you just listen. You give me a good big face 20, and I'm acting brand new. Okay, you give me a couple million, forget about it. Forget about it. I'm acting brand new with a big face 20, okay? So please expect me to act real different with some millions. Real different. I'm gonna be on here Wednesday dripped. This gonna be glistening. You're just gonna see shining from my neck. They're like, Becca, why you got on 60 chains? Because I can.
Yep.
Because I can. I'm gonna
I'm
have the
living
50 stones right here. All of these gonna be stones.
and I'm living my own goddamn neighborhood. Like
But you know what,
I'm
though?
making my own neighborhood. Like I've got a house on probably about 3 acres, cameras all around that motherfucker, a gate, and goddamn dogs roaming the motherfucking yard.
It's giving very much Akon, just go to Africa and stay there. That's what it's giving. Like it's pretty much wrap it up. Y'all gonna see me disappear. But you know what? I like to say that when we get money, because there's this misconception that when you in the hood, right, and you get rich, that you're supposed to stay in the hood and help everybody out, right? Not necessarily just be buying cars and clothes,
Mm-hmm.
but help your community out. Maybe you might build a school, maybe you might build a playground, maybe you might give out turkeys out the 18 wheeler on Thanksgiving. Maybe you might do something for your community. But then there's the other part of it, which I've heard a lot of rappers who have been in the game for a minute talk about, which is when you get your money in the beginning while you're young, yeah, you want to floss and flex and all of that, but you don't have no obligation to stay in your hood. You're supposed to get your money and want better and move out the hood and change your life. That's what a
Mm-hmm.
lot of our rappers from our age group are saying. So I don't understand these young rappers that still want to be part of that life so bad that they risk their life doing all of these things. Like it doesn't compute. What is the point of that? What do you get out of that? Still being, you got all this money, you're now a target. All these dudes that you've known for all your life, they're not gonna really be behind you. They're not gonna have your back. They're gonna want to steal from you and kill you. But you out here putting hits out on other rappers, like you think you Ghost or you Tommy? Like, is it what was going on?
Yo, not only that, um,
Compound.
and not only staying in the hood. Where's that? Where's that at? Let me see. Yo, they
Yo,
got
that's
RICO charges.
guess who's going to jail tonight?
So Young Thug and Gunna is arrested 56 count indictment for 28 members involving RICO charges. And they got Young Thug as the leader.
Mm.
So it's YSL stand for Young Slime, Young Slime Life, and supposedly started in 2012, 2013.
Well, you know what? I looked at something. My husband was actually showing me something earlier that they've been looking back from 2014. I mean, 2004. I'm sorry. So they've been watching your ass for 16 years. So when in the Rico means feds.
Well, I heard this is state RICO.
Okay. Because I know anything with Rico, that means that they have already done their investigation. They've already been looking at your ass in the background. So
Mm-hmm.
they got enough evidence. It's not like they arrest you and then they investigate. No, they've been watching your ass, listening to your lyrics, watching your videos, peeping you in the streets, because they do have hip hop police. They've been watching you for a minute. So when they arrest you and they say Rico, they definitely got something on you. And it's 99.999% chance that you are going to stay in jail. That means that
Yeah,
you're already guilty.
they and they've been using. Also read that they, like you just said, to help their indictment. They've been using social media and music lyrics. It would really help their indictment.
Yes.
And the songs, and you you know what songs they played a major part in it? His hit songs. Um,
Glorifying the life.
damn, Sky or Ski.
You talking about Young Thug, right?
Yeah, Young Thug. His three kind of like commercial hit songs is the ones that they've been using. Um,
Lifestyle, Go Crazy, Hot, Bubbly.
so
Damn.
So if you go, you got a hit song out there, and your song you talking about, like, how the fuck you didn't learn from Bobby Smurder?
How you ain't learn from Takashi? How you ain't learn from all these niggas? Like, I don't understand it, and I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just old and my age is showing up. What's up, Tayson? Where I just don't get, just like how you said, I don't get that understanding of having when you're in, I don't want to say slums or ghetto, but when you come from a certain type of life and you are a millionaire. When you're in that life, don't you wish for better? You wish for better. You wish to be able to feed your family. You wish to be able to live somewhere better. You wish to be able to buy clothes, even if it is to just flex. When you get that life, why do you still stay stuck in that same situation? I will never understand still sticking by people that's going to bring you down. And these young, and we say it all the time, and people be like, "Oh no, that's not true. That's not always the case." But these new rappers, these new young whatevers, the thuggers and the gunners and all these shits they named themselves, thinking that it don't mean nothing. They are watching you. They are watching you. Like, we have Snoop was murder was the case that they gave me. You got Jay-Z talk about all the times that he could have possibly went to jail, and I know Jay-Z got shooters, so he got the streets need a body. Okay, the streets need a body, and I'm sure Jay-Z is a reason for some of those bodies, and they talk about it all the time.
But even them, like Jay, Ti, both of them talk about how when they was in the hood, and it was like they were selling because they didn't have a choice. They felt that was their only choice to make some kind of money, to eat, just to be able to get some food.
Right.
But T.I. even says, like, yo, you don't rap and try to make money to stay in the hood. Like, you're selling drugs, or you're doing all that to get out. So one thing about T.I., the times he got in trouble, he did move out, but he still it's like old shit came back and got him, and then somebody snitched on his ass. But he wasn't still doing the street shit that he was doing.
That makes no sense to me. Watch Master P interview. Watch him talk about how much of a struggle they came up from, and how they're never going back to that. Never going back to that. I don't care how much the hood thinks I came against them. Oh well, I'm not going back.
Yo, he broke. So Young Thug broke in 2000. I think it's first commercial success like that came like 2014, I believe. Right? It's 2022.
They've been watching your ass.
No, that's not my point I'm trying to make. My point is, like, his first commercial, I think, single that really started getting rotation was like 2014, I believe. Let's say 2015.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now. It says Stoner. Stoner came out October 2013 was his first commercial debut single, Stoner.
Okay. So that's his first, but he started doing singles with like people like J. Cole or whatnot by 2015. So 2015, let's use 2015. It's May 2022. That's 7 years. That's 7 years of commercial success. So if they arrest you for a RICO charge in 2022, that means you were still doing shit.
Yes. Still doing it up until the day.
That's 7 years after you became commercially successful, and you're not doing little small shit. If you're doing a RICO charge, was racketeering influence, corruption.
I'll tell you what it stands
for. Organization. Racketeering influence corruption organization. That's what RICO stands for.
Right.
Yeah.
When somebody gotta ask you permission to murder somebody else,
that means you the boss.
Yo, that's crazy to me.
You the boss, though.
Crazy to me. That is so crazy. And these niggas is under 30. They young. They
And
young.
the YSL crew was it said it was started by him in 2012. It started by him in 2012. His first commercial hit was 2013. So like 2015, damn, why you just like, yo, I'm gonna fall back? Like Biggie told Puff, like, yo, Puff, I gotta eat. My kids gotta eat.
Right.
If you get me on this rap shit, I'll fucking stop. But nigga, until you get me on, I gotta do shit to make money to feed, you know what I'm saying, to feed my
To feed
daughter.
the family. Yeah.
So once he got on, that nigga stopped.
Which makes sense.
And Biggie didn't give a fuck. Biggie sold drugs to a pregnant lady. So that nigga really didn't give a fuck when it came about selling. So like
Right.
that's what's a little baffling to me. Like after you've, I understand you selling drugs because you hungry, but after you done found some food,
Take
and you start eating, like why? Like I don't understand why you can't fall back.
I'll never understand. I'll never understand. I will never understand. There is nothing that you could say to me that make me say, okay, you was wishing for a better life, got a better life, and still, and it wasn't even like you was just selling weed or just doing simple shit. Because sometimes people still want a little bit connection to the streets or whatever.
Yeah.
You was top dog where somebody wanted to murder someone else.
That asked you for permission.
And came to you and said, hey, not only do I want to murder this person, but this person happens to be another big rapper that everybody likes. And I want to murk this dude. It's okay with you?
Is it okay? That means you a boss.
So that means what if this nigga say, yeah, get him? He would have been Malcolm X with the finger.
I mean, how you know he didn't say it? Well, and it might not because a murder attempt, like there was a murder attempt on YFN Lucci. There was a murder attempt on him, but so it wasn't successful.
And so now they're saying that Casanova might be connected somehow, because you know he's still in jail.
Okay.
And he pled guilty to to racketeering. So it's about to be real crazy.
Yeah, well,
it's about to be real crazy, and it's so sad because these young rappers, they are at a time now where, just like what Jamal said, where before, you know, in order to be a rapper nowadays, you have to talk about drugs, guns, and murder in order to sell. And it's like we came up with rappers that spoke of these things as well. But they always say that we listen to the rappers that sold the drugs, and these kids listen to the rappers that do the drugs. That's the difference. But there still is not that much of a difference. We still heard about some of this stuff. But our rappers is not doing this dumbass shit. I don't know what's with these new generation rappers is bugging. They're bugging.
Man, the new generation of rappers and the new generation of street niggas is just different.
Because, very different.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, let's say a drug dealer, a street dude, if they knew your ass was smart, or if they knew your ass was an athlete, they wouldn't even let you be in the streets. Like, hey, look, nigga, take your little ass home, but you know your mama don't play that shit. Take your little ass home. This ain't for you.
Right. And there's a conversation about these OGs. Like, we've talked about it before, about people in the streets having these OGs that they look up to, and these OGs steering these young niggas wrong. Like, they not teaching them, y'all, you don't want to do this. Like, nah, kid, go to school, or go ahead and go home, or, break them off a little something here, give this to your mother for some groceries, whatever. They're not doing that. They showing them how to get further in the game. And they're doing this in their own neighborhood. So everybody knows everybody. So just like Biggie sold them drugs to that pregnant lady, she was probably somebody that he knew, or somebody that the community knew. So it's like,
yeah, it was somebody he knew.
Yeah, nah. I don't understand it. I don't understand it whatsoever. It doesn't make sense to me. There was something else that you had up here too. Is it this? Oh yeah, you posted it already. 28 members involved in RICO charges. That's crazy.
So Young Thug was arrested
That is just crazy to me.
I think yesterday or the day before, Gunna arranged with his lawyer. Gunna has turned himself in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gunna turned himself in. Young Thug has pled innocent and say he plans on fighting this with every drop of his blood. It said that
Every drop of his blood to clear him. Okay. I hope he got a lot of blood.
it said that a lot of these defendants are facing life in prison. A lot of the 28 people or whatnot that was arrested is facing life in prison.
Quick guess. Who else you think is part of it? Because I know there's some other rappers part of it. I feel like there's gonna be a lot more rappers named.
Yeah. Well, shit. You know how we are. I got that up here. Right here. Move that on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Wallow trends over resurfaced interview warning Young Thug about street life in prison. Then they're still shaking up about Young Thug's arrest involving a RICO charge and some of everyone involved with it.
They're not listening, Merv. Because Fat Joe told Tekashi dumbass the same thing. They're not listening.
So Wallow and Fat Joe, those are the street niggas that I'm talking about when I was coming up. That was like, yo, this shit ain't for you, or yo, I see you trying to do a thing, but nigga, you got some, you got something you could do now. You got a way to get out. You made it to the rap game, you made it athletic, you made it get the fuck out of here.
And Fat Joe did an interview with Mano on his podcast and talked about how he was real heavy in drugs in the drug game, and when he came out, it was tough for him because, you know, once you in there and you tell them that you want to get out, they don't want to get out. It's like Tasha the Ghost. Like, nah, you staying in this game. Like, nah, you're gonna be the biggest drug dealer in the world. Like, it's hard to really come out that life. Like, it's hard to come out of a game. So Fat Joe says that he still keeps some connections in that way because those are his peoples. But he can't be part of nothing. He's Fat Joe now. So that's like he got to keep his hands clean. So there's people in the background that will do whatever for Fat Joe if the time comes. Just like we know Jay-Z got people that will do some things if the time comes, but they got to keep their hands clean.
Back to Biggie. So here's the other thing, right? Like someone like Young Thug or other rappers that may get in trouble, something like this, they're around yes men. And they're around people that really don't have their back. Because Biggie, when Biggie almost got arrested, it was him. I forgot the dude's name. Biggie always name drop him, right? But when Biggie, they was running from the police. The dude said, "Hey, man, you can't go to jail. I'm going to take this charge. Just all I'm asking you to do, cut this shit out, focus on the rap game, and get the fuck out. And then, yo, just make sure I'm good." He ate the charge. It was a gun charge. I mean, it wasn't like a murder charge, but it was a gun charge. But 2 years, we would never heard of Biggie if he got arrested for a gun charge. After 2 years, we never heard of Biggie. So he ate the gun charge and told Biggie, yo, you got shit you can do other than the street shit. So regardless, I don't have that. Whether I go to jail now or whether I stay out of jail, I'm gonna be doing the same fucking thing. You gotta out. I want you to charge. Go do the rap game. Nigga, just make sure I'm good. And you get out this shit, get out the street, and make sure you good with the rap shit and go legit.
Yeah.
You think that shit will happen now with somebody? I don't see that shit happening now. In 2022.
No, I mean you got people that won't snitch. I mean, Little Kim went to jail for not snitching, right? So it's possible.
Part of the Biggie era, part of the back in the day era. That's the 90s.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that there are people that will keep their mouth shut and be like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna do this quick 2 years and I'll be back." Don't worry about it. I'm just keep some
Oh,
money
no,
in
I'm
my
talking about the
books.
young
And I'm
cat.
all right.
I'm talking
But
about
these young
the younger
cats,
cats. The younger
no,
cats.
there's nobody that will take the ride for them. Not nan person. Not a one. Not a one. They're gonna be like,
Or
I know,
even
bro.
or even somebody be like, yo, it's time to get out.
But I
It's
mean,
time to get
we
out.
got evidence. We got Wallow, we got Fat Joe, we got evidence of people that have been in the game that still know people in the game. These are not like they so far gone where you like, I ain't listening to Fat Joe. That nigga don't know nothing. Like he still know stuff. You got Wallow that ain't been out that long where he still don't know a lot of stuff. So if you got somebody that's been there that's telling you, my man, leave now, quit while you are ahead. You are able to leave now and you still good. Don't mess up your life doing this. It's not worth it. And you don't listen, then yeah, you're gonna get whatever you deserve. We tried to school you. Even Fat Joe was like, yo, I told this nigga 6ix9ine about this. I told Tekashi not to be this dumb. And then when Tekashi ended up getting locked up, Fat Joe was like, well, I told the nigga, hey, listen, oh well.
And here's the other thing: if you become rich or you become famous, whatnot, even if you're, you know, from historically, even if you like a blood or a crip, and you become like a famous rapper or a famous athlete or something like that, they don't hold that to you. It's like your green is a little bit more powerful than the red and the blue. So it's like long as you ain't trying to diss them or trying to snitch on them or trying to act like you better than them,
Yeah.
yo, they gonna let you live. Snoop Dogg,
Yep.
Nipsey Hussle,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, just name a couple rappers. I mean, they'll
Mm-hmm.
let you live. So it's not like Young Thug will have been like, yo, if I tried to stop, they might have tried to kill me. I don't see that because there's been some real prominent rappers or prominent famous people that was a part of the game.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
so it's people that
The
part of
game,
the
the
game.
game talked about that. The game said that when he was getting put on, Dre came to his neighborhood to look for him, and there was some dudes on the corner, and they stopped Dre and was like, "What you here for?" Like Dre had to get past the drug dealers to get to Game, because Game was like, "Nah, I'm still in it. Like I'm still in it for real."
Mm-hmm.
So when Dre came to the neighborhood to look for Game, just to talk to him and get him, put on not no beef shit.
Yeah.
There was like some shooters on the corner, like, who are you? What you here for? Yeah, okay, you Dr. Dre, okay, great. You here for who? Like some real front desk people, like, nah, this security. What's the code? Where you
Yeah.
at? Who are you? Like,
Yeah.
so you get it. You get those times where Jeezy, Gucci, people who are
Right.
in the streets that might have gotten some respect, Fat Joe, Jay-Z, I'm sure. We talk about Biggie, maybe even Pac, Nipsey. We talk about a lot of people who was in the streets heavy that will tell you that before they was a rapper, they were drug dealers. And they talk about it in every damn song.
Yeah.
So you got people that will tell you, nah, this is not me rapping, faking it. I'm
I'm
was
talking about
really
my
on the
life.
street.
Yeah. But also their old hood ain't try to damn
Get
or
them.
their old game try to hold them back or be like, yo, nigga, you soft. Or it's like, man, everybody understand that, yo, everybody trying to get out the hood. If you in
They
the
must
hood,
have had some
everybody
respect in the
understand you
street.
trying to get out the hood.
Yep. That means these niggas ain't got no respect in the streets. Ain't nobody trying to, because I guarantee you that there was plenty of times that these other rappers could have definitely got hit up on if they didn't really have no respect in the streets. That means that Snoop was probably that nigga when he was in the game. Nipsey was probably that nigga when he was in the game. They probably respected Snoop and Nip as like, nah, I don't fuck with him. So when they decided to be like, listen, I ain't gonna be doing this with y'all no more. I'm gonna go ahead to this rap thing. They was like, all right, Snoop, gotta respect it. We
Right.
ain't gonna touch you. We ain't gonna, we ain't gonna do nothing to you. We gonna let you crip walk on whatever stage you on, bruh. You cool.
And,
Cool with
and,
us.
and exactly. So that was like that's just crazy, man. You throwing your and I'm I'm bothered because you reach a point in life that every American, black, white, yellow, Japanese, Chinese, is trying to, a lot of people, like yesterday they said the most Cubans in the past 3 months. We have had more Cuban invasion breaking in, crossing over into America in the past 3 months in the past 3 years.
That's crazy.
Right? So it said they said I think 2 nights ago was the highest Cuban crossing America since that famous invasion from 1980 that actually was the that started the Scarface movie. They come over to get America because everybody views America as that, I could get here, follow my dreams, I could get rich. Once you like you've reached the American dream. So why the hell would you want to stay? Why would you want to stay in the streets?
I'm looking at it now. There's some articles that's posted from within the month. More Cubans immigrated into the U.S. by crossing from Mexico.
Yeah.
Cuban migration is changing. The U.S. must take note. Cubans arriving in record numbers along Mexican border. This was April 7th, last month. It says Cuban migrants are coming to the United States in the highest numbers since the 1980 boat lift.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. I saw an interview this morning where a pregnant lady jumped on the not hijacked, but snuck on the boat, got over here, got to Mexico, walked through water waist deep for like it was a long ass water. It was no short, like it was like walk through water waist deep, pregnant, to climb over to get over the border. And the interview was like, why would you risk that? And then a husband stayed back because they had a husband arrested for some government protest. He got arrested for government protest. And their answer was they wanted to get to America just so her daughter could be born in America.
Yep.
That's the only reason, so her daughter could be born in America.
Yep. So her daughter being born in America keeps her here too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it keeps her here. A lot of them, if you're a citizen, if your child is a citizen, you get to stay.
Okay.
I believe. I'm sure there's probably some more nuances to that, but yeah, a lot of them, a lot of these countries, they talk a lot of shit about America, but they want to be citizens.
Yeah.
They want to be citizens.
The husband snuck on a boat and caught up with them. So they're together now. Yeah, so everybody comes to America. America is considered the American dream. You started in the streets, understood. You started in the projects, probably have, you know what I'm saying? Understand you gotta sell. You gotta do what you gotta do to eat, But you have reached American dream. Damn.
Pregnant.
Nobody be like, yo, okay, let me stop. Let me think about this shit. I gotta make some changes. Like Biggie said, when I was made ready to die, I was ready to die because when you're in the streets and you selling, any fucking day you can die. Any fucking day you may not come home. So if you're living that life, you are ready to die.
Yep.
So he said, well, I made life after death. He said, I can't rap about being broke no more. I ain't broke. I can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't rap about starving. I'm eating good.
But these new rappers, all they have to do is rap about it. Like before, we used to believe that. You ever seen somebody that just come out like it's their first song and they talk about money, hoes, and clothes? Like this is your first song, my guy. Where all this money come from? Where all these hoes come from? Like you ain't even been an artist yet. Like this is your first single, and you talk about you throwing up signs and you got all this money in the air. You got money thrown to your ear. Like you just been famous 15 minutes.
You don't have to be famous to have hoes now. I know that for a fact. Hey, I ain't gonna say how I know, but I know for a fact you don't have to be famous.
We'll save that for another pod. Money, hoes, and clothes. All Merv knows. Next Wednesday. We'll talk about that next Wednesday. I mean, but that's true. But you know what I'm saying? Like we used to.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Dudes ain't really rapping what they're not really living what they rapping about.
They come in rapping about shit in their first album that people in their fifth album that's established that done reach Forbes list was rapping about. And you like, how the fuck you rapping about the same thing that Jay-Z or Drake or Dr. Dre or Biggie or two rapping about, and it's your first fucking album.
Right. You putting damn stones in your forehead. Get the fuck out of here.
So now granted, Jay-Z, when his first album was already rich. I think it was street rich. Well, he wasn't wealthy, but he was street rich.
Street rich. Yeah.
Yeah. So you had you had a couple $100,000.
Yeah. So
in the 80s now, so in the 80s, a couple $100,000
was a lot.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot. But he still wasn't like, I just got to be smart. I don't know. You just got to be smart. Like these young rappers they continually baffle me. Just and I guess that's probably why the music doesn't do anything for me, because
Jay-Z's also lucky too. You know that song, I got 99 problems, but the bitch ain't one.
Bitch ain't one. Mm-hmm.
Like you know what that first verse was about?
He could have went to jail.
Yeah, so he got lucky because the motherfucker had all the shit in the trunk, but got a phone. But the cop got a phone call, and he had to leave. So there's a couple of luck comes with making out the streets as well.
Yeah.
But once you make it out, I mean, god damn.
Just like, listen, I wish them all the best. You know, we have Tayson said Sean thinks that is not going to stick. Right? Sean thinks that these charges are not going to stick unless there's an informant. Tayson said they got an informant. Somebody or someone is talking. Because when you think of, for me, this is a lot. They have a lot of people. They have gathered a good amount of people on these charges. And they have prosecuted each one, or they're trying to, each one on their own charges. The group and each one individually. So they got enough information to lock these people up. Casanova's still in jail. Ain't hear from him, but maybe once or twice a year. He's still in jail. Pissed off because all the people he thought was his homeboys is not his homeboys. 56 counts. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of counts. That's a lot. 56 counts. These niggas is going to jail for 400 years. They ain't never coming out. We're gonna have some new rappers, because we're not gonna have no music out of none of them. All we're gonna be left with is Bobby Shmurda doing his liturgical dancing on Instagram. That's it. We're gonna be left with Bobby Shmurda and Britney Spears doing liturgical dancing on Instagram. There's gonna be no more young nothing. Nothing.
Well, hopefully this is a wake-up call for the rest of the young rappers that's still in the streets.
Yeah, let me get my stuff together.
Hopefully this is a wake-up call. And so what you think about this? So you got people saying, all right, so we've seen the charges. All right. It's murder charges, it's attempted murder charges. So we got violent charges. We got the RICO charges.
You got rappers out here strangling people. Like,
you talking about raw waves.
Say no to drugs, people. Say no to drugs.
So what you think about this? So I just named all the charges he got, right? So you got people saying free Young Thug, free Gunna, free, like, what you think about those free stuff, free such and such, when people go to jail under these kind of charges and or whatnot?
No. Not in my house. No, you did the crime. You got to do the time. There is no way on God's green earth that you would hear me say free a murderer, or even attempt. If they got you on RICO, my nigga, RICO charges, they got you attempting murder on somebody. They got you being the one someone asks to kill someone. They're not asking you out on a date. They're not asking you to do, yo, can I have this block and you get the other block, or that's my corner, that's your corner. They want to kill someone and they are asking you if they can. Why would I want you free? No, stay your ass in jail. You want to be about that life? Part of being about that life is staying your ass in jail for a couple of years and coming out and doing a bomb album in 2032. We'll wait to see you in 2032 when you in your 40s and you putting out an album. We'll check you then, or maybe you might be able to throw little bars while you in jail or something. One last album before you get locked up for the next 50 years. No, I don't think all these freedom till they freedom. No, keep they ass in jail. That's dumb. That's dumb. I would never understand. And you want this nigga to be free so bad because you want to keep up that street life so bad that this person who was attempting murder on someone, who has almost, him and his niggas got 56 counts in total, and you want this nigga free to do what?
Not, hey, but Beck, I've seen some free young thugs on social media of people that ain't that's never been friends with him, that's not even benefiting nothing from it.
They don't even know this nigga, but they want to be street life. They want to be I don't understand the reason, and this is why this is another conversation that we might be able to revisit. Why do y'all want to be part of the street life so bad? What does it serve you to be that nigga that sells drugs to the people in his community? To be that dude that is out here poisoning the community? You got kids looking up to you and don't even really know that you sold a mama some crack. Why do you want to be that dude so bad? What is wrong with being called anything other than that as a lame, a simp? Why? We have got to get out of that mentality that being in a struggle is keeping you real. That being about that life is giving you clout. Why? It's not doing nothing but killing your families. And you out here making music for people to just do the same shit that you do. It's a hamster wheel. It's part of the reason why us as a Black community can't really get nowhere, because we're so busy trying to free the attempted murderer. It makes no sense to me. I would not want to ever free nobody. If this nigga's out here with him and his homeboys are setting up gangs to kill people.
Yeah,
that's just dumb.
Yeah,
I'll never understand.
I understand shit like
I saw that too.
So Young Thug was allegedly mentioning some stuff dealing with a plot to kill Lil Wayne.
Yes, this is part of
that's part of the racketeering charge shit.
Right. And they want this nigga free? He about to be in jail till he an old thug. He about to come out of jail being an old thug.
I never understood that shit.
I don't know. I can't talk about these niggas no more. I already said what I got to say.
I got a cousin that's in prison for life. His first time going to prison was he was driving a getaway car for Robin McDonald's, his friend Robin McDonald's, and this happened in Columbia. This back in the 80s. Robin McDonald's, he did a getaway car. He lied to say he didn't know there was Robin. Did just a little bit of time, got out. But went back to jail again.
Of course.
For robbery. But damn, he got out. He was in jail. He was in prison when his mom passed. I think he was in prison when his dad passed too. Got out again right after his dad passed. This motherfucker went back in for robbing shoe show in Georgetown and robbing one of the stores in the mall in Charleston Mall. Got him on camera. Let me tell you something.
Shoe show over there by Walmart?
By Walmart.
I know what that shoe show is.
By fucking Walmart.
Nigga.
Yeah, I got a cousin. My cousin.
I know that shoe show. I know that. That Walmart is. I stop at that Walmart every time I'm in Georgetown. That's my spot. Anyway, go ahead.
Listen, my damn my dad was like, man, I hope they got the wrong person. My sister was like, I hope it's a technicality. I'm like, what? Okay, I ain't said this to my dad. I ain't said this to my dad, but I said this to my sister. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
This nigga got a record. He is known for robbing people. The camera, that shit looked like his goddamn head. No, we couldn't see his face. It looked like goddamn head. Looked like the way he fucking walk. If he walk like a duck and the motherfucker says quack, guess what? The motherfucking duck. What the fuck are you talking about? It's that nigga. And guess what? This is third strike. That nigga about to die in prison. And you know what? His fault. You'll never see me have on no goddamn Free My Cousin shirt.
No. What 50 Cent said in Power? He did that shit.
Yeah. What did he say he did? He did that shit.
He did that
That's
shit.
how I felt. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I fucking felt, yo.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because yeah, shit crazy. So I don't get how people talking about free such and such when you know they did a crime. Like I know people say free such and such after they've been convicted of murder. You know what I'm saying? Like so I'll say this and then we'll leave. But so I'm not sure if I ever shared this. I don't know if you ever heard it, but my nephew got killed in 2018 in Georgetown. Five people set him up for 5 people set him up robbery, killed him. So
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
The convictions finally happened a month ago. The trigger person got found guilty and got life without parole in prison.
Good.
So I'm on Facebook and like a week later I see somebody say free and it said the street name. I'm like,
I would have been in the comments like, that nigga killed my nephew. I would have, you talking about Twitter fingers? I would have been on there like, no, this nigga killed my nephew. Like,
I started, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna give it that no energy. But his ex girlfriend from like a long time ago, she went in on it. So long as it was acknowledged that what the fuck are you talking about?
And you a Libra like me, so I know you wanted to go ham.
Somebody else went in, but yeah, I don't get the damn black people free such and such when we know the motherfucker guilty. You know what I'm saying? If you want support, put some money on that nigga books. Inside, if that's your people, can't be mad if that's your people. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it, but damn well that nigga don't need to be free. You want support? Put some money on nigga books. If that's your people, put some money on nigga books. Keep it moving.
The support should have been before he murdered somebody. The support should have been, nigga, get your ass home. Go the fuck home. So don't be out here stealing from the shoe show. Nigga, get your ass home.
Shit crazy. Shoe show.
You out here pulling triggers and now you in jail for life. You look like a damn fool.
Now you talking about free Young Thug, you got racketeering, but right now it's alleged. So that may be why they say free Young Thug, because right now everything's alleged. And in America, we are what? We are innocent until proven guilty. No, that's how the fuck it's supposed to be. We're innocent until. Why are you making your eyes like that? Because right now we don't know if the charges are real or if it's like. Listen, let me say that.
I'll give you that.
Let me say this. I don't know if this is what's going on in Atlanta, but I just watched a TV show that's based off a true fucking story about Baltimore police gun trace task force called We Own This City. Ooh. And when I tell you those cops were so motherfucking corrupt, it's on HBO Max. We Own the City, based off true story from the producers of The Wire, and they got 10 actors from The Wire in this show. There's 6 episodes, and it's right after Freddie Gray. It's kind of based on the riots of Baltimore after Freddie Gray. It's based off that about the Baltimore corrupt gun task force. So,
listen, let me tell you, when I went to Morgan State University, I stayed my ass on the university. Okay. I went from Morgan State. I might have went to Towson Town Center and took my ass right back. I stayed on campus. I might have went to the harbor to Hard Rock Cafe for a little bit and took my ass right back to my dorm room. Okay, I am from the hood, but I will not be in them Baltimore streets acting like I am about that life. I am not.
Me neither.
I am not about that life. So I took my ass back to my dorm room.
Yeah. So the police
Morgan State is in the hood.
The police task force was just as savage as the street niggas, yo. I like they was robbing stash house, they was taking money out of people's pocket, fake arrests, keeping the money.
That's why I never dated a hood nigga like that. Like a dude that was in the streets heavy like that. Negative. Get away from me.
Not even when you was like 16 years old and you thought the shit was cool.
No, when I was 16,
all females when they were between 15 and 18 got this infatuation with a street nigga.
Not Rebecca Teresa Green. Not me. No.
Y'all don't like us until y'all go to college.
Not even in college.
No, I'm not street nigga. I say y'all don't like us. I said between 14 and 18.
Oh, you mean the good guys?
Y'all like street niggas. Y'all don't like us. Y'all don't like us until y'all go to college. And they're like, ooh, I'm about to be a doctor. I'm about to be a lawyer.
That street life always turned me off. I never was interested in dating a street dude. I always thought about the stuff I saw in movies. Like, if they want to get to you and they can't, and they know I'm your girl, they gonna come to me. Cause true hood niggas like Biggie selling a pregnant chick drugs do not care. They will knock on your mama door. They will knock on your grandmama door. If they can't find nobody and they really want to mess with you, they're going to come for your girl. And you will not have me hemmed out by no big-ass nigga named Bubba because you came a brick short. Hell no.
What nigga you know named Bubba in the fucking hood,
I'm too cute for that. I am too cute for that. There will be no drugs underneath this floorboard. Absolutely not.
What nigga you know named Bubba?
There's a big nigga right now outside in them streets, racketeering his big ass. He got a beer gun. His name is Bubba. His
black
name
or
is
white?
Bubba. It don't matter. He could be black. Big ass beer belly named Bubba. I guarantee you there's a hood nigga outside right now named Bubba selling a pregnant chick some drugs. Guarantee it. I guarantee you there's some dude out there named Bubba right now. Selling some heavy drugs with Young Thug and Gunna. Guarantee you.
Let's go to the next rapper.
Shout out to Bubba.
Yeah, shout out to Bubba. Black Bubba in the streets. Snatching up the first lady of the drug dealers. Okay. Yo. All right, we didn't talk about that. Let's go to the next rapper. You know what I'm talking about. Do you?
Don't come for me, Bubba. My bad.
Let's go to the other rappers. Yeah, put that Meg. Put that what is it at?
This one?
Yeah. So allegedly, Dr. Lafredo, who treated Meg Thee Stallion, confirmed her foot was wounded due to her stepping on glass. Yo, I hope that's a rumor.
I don't.
And reason why I hope that's a rumor because we already. That means she lied. That means she fucking lied.
But we knew that already, Merv. We knew that. Our spidey senses went off in the very beginning of this. And those of us that was not Team Meg was called all kinds of names because there was something about the story that did not seem right. And her story kept changing all the time. And everyone had all these questions as to why this and why that. And she said this. And Tory has been quiet this whole time. And he has been saying nothing. And his story has been consistent the whole time. And maybe she stepped on glass while dodging the bullets. That could be true. But she was on Beyonce's internet She was on Beyonce's internet speaking to Oprah Winfrey's girlfriend, saying she got shot. So, according to her, the bullet went to her foot, not near her foot or around her foot, or it went in her foot. So, if we're going to believe her, that is what she said. But there's been a lot of inconsistencies in this story, and there's a lot of people, men and women, and probably some children too, and maybe even Bubba ass, that don't believe her story. Okay? Maybe don't. It could be that it's true. It was, she says it was a little suspicious when the cops didn't make an arrest. I mean, I don't know the full story, but I do know some bullshit when I hear it. I wasn't there, so
put that back up. That's no, the picture with Meg. That's
that picture right here.
Crazy. Let me read this again. Dr. Lafredo, who treated Megan Thee Stallion, confirmed her foot was wounded due to her stepping on glass. All right, take that down. So here's the other thing. Why the fuck he waited so long to say something? Oh, Dan, you know what?
He was subpoenaed.
I forgot.
He was subpoenaed.
The HIPAA shit. You can't reveal people medical stuff. I forgot. What she said? What y'all?
Yeah, Bubba Hood. He would have shot her in the ass. Bubba would have definitely said, bitch, shooting her in her ass.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was subpoenaed. That's why it just came out.
Yeah, he was subpoenaed. So now that the story is developing, as they say, more information is coming up. So there's reasoning why Meg Thee Stallion has been talking so much and Tory Lanez couldn't talk so much. So it's not Megan Thee Stallion versus Dre Star. It is the state of California versus Dre Star or Tory Lanez. So in that particular case, the state gave him a gag order and told him to shut the hell up.
Oh.
It is not Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory. It is the state of California versus Tory, which is the reason why she's able to do all this talking and he can't. That's first thing. Second thing is, she has always said in the very beginning that there was an argument. There was more than one person there. She's not completely sure who shot her, but she's certain that it could have been Tory, right? She's always put the blame on Tory. She never said anything about her bodyguard, never said anything about her best friend or nothing. Now that the case is starting to develop and they're starting to really look into stuff, that's when we're starting to realize that he had no gun residue. He wasn't, the one that was physically shot her. That gun charge is looming though for Tory. It is because of this particular case. So if there is no gun residue on him, then I'm not sure what's going to happen with that gun charge. But that's the reason why she can talk and he can't.
Well, the shit was in New York, so he good. Now, if it was in New York, he been in trouble because the gun laws is as strict as fucking New York. But y'all told me this happened in LA, so I don't think he have too much of a concern about that shit. He
would have been good in North Carolina too.
Okay.
Apparently, you can just shoot people all the time. Ask the baby.
Well, that was on his property.
Yeah, Walmart wasn't, but okay. This nigga do you bust your guns? Hell yeah, we bust our guns. So you fuck until they come. Hell yeah, we baby come. Anyway, so that's why she can talk and he can't. But I need a guilty or not guilty to just happen at this point. I'm so tired of hearing about the story. Just let it happen. Just let it happen already.
But listen, he's a Canadian resident.
He don't want that charge.
Okay.
Yeah, because he'll be sent back to Canada. He can't come back out.
But listen though. So was Meg high? Was she drunk and high? Like, how the fuck you mistake a glass bottle injury to a fucking gunshot?
Well, she was, and she admitted to there was partying, whatever. She admitted to, in her interview with Gail, she admitted to wanting to leave, and nobody else, well, everybody else wanting to leave. She wanted to stay, and an argument happened. She admitted to that, and I'm sure they were drinking. There's a rumor out there that Meg is belligerent when she's drunk, that she does have an alcohol problem, that she does drink and becomes one of those girls that you don't want to be around when she's drunk, because she just acts out. She's
Okay.
argumentative, she's loud, she's in your face. She's one of those girls that can't handle their liquor. Like when she gets drunk, it's like, oh shit, here she go. Right? So that's a rumor that's out there. That's allegedly. So she did mention that. I've known people who've gotten shot and didn't realize they got shot until the adrenaline rush is gone. So it is possible that she could have just been drunk, felt a pain in her foot, heard a gunshot, and put the two and two together and said, okay, that was probably me getting shot in the foot. At first she said it was
Really? Oh, damn. I think I got shot. Oh, my foot bleeding. It must have been a gunshot. Come on, Beck. You can't do any better than that.
obviously Megan can't. That's the story she gave us. She heard a gunshot. She felt the pain in her foot. She said, I got shot in my foot. Tori little ass was outside of the window like this. Dance, bitch, dance, bitch. Left, right, left, right. She gave us a whole story. She gave us a whole scenario. They were arguing. Somehow she ended up out of the car. There's helicopter footage of her wobbling on the ground, weeble wobble, and she's hurt. And Tori's outside, leaning outside the truck with a gun like this. This is the story that she gave.
Hold up. Bring somebody else on so we get another opinion on this shit.
You ready?
Yeah, she ready. She better be got that. Whoa.
Tina B, fix your camera, please. Merv is distracted. Please. Please,
Get on my
ma'am.
nerves.
Please, ma'am. Thank you. Lord have mercy. Tina
Shut up,
B.
Merv.
Welcome to the show. I know you've been in the background listening. So Megan got glass in her foot, according to the doctor. What you think? What you think about that?
I got
She
look.
just needs to give this up. Honestly.
No, Merv. Just focus.
What?
You're fine now. You're fine.
What?
She's good now, Merv. We had her fix it. Just go ahead, Tina B. I'm so sorry about that. Merv ain't got no home
Meg,
training.
she needs to give up. Like, this is a mess. Merv. But anyway, it's embarrassing.
Are you not
She's embarrassing
embarrassed? It's
herself.
embarrassing. It is so
She's
embarrassing.
embarrassing herself. Like, you done did an interview. And you just doing too much. If your foot didn't get amputated, you ain't missing a pinky toe, then this too much.
Tina, you saw this shit right here?
What treated Meg Thee Stallion confirmed her
The
foot wrong?
Dr. Lafredo.
So the whole time it was glass. So the doctor didn't tell her it was glass from the door. Well, she knew it was glass and she just kept running with she got shot.
That's what I'm thinking.
The doctor. So apparently, Becca said the doctor was just subpoenaed, and you got the HIPAA law, so doctors can't just tell you shit. So Becca said he was just subpoenaed, and
Hmm.
that's why all of a sudden it just came out.
So you think he got paid off at first?
No HIPAA, you can't tell. You can't. It's client, almost like lawyer client privilege. You can't tell.
Yeah, but now that you want to stand,
Yeah,
you
got subpoenaed.
gotta. It's like it's your practice. You gonna give up your practice or
No,
you
Right.
no,
gonna
no,
He's
continue?
no.
probably not giving up his practice.
When you subpoena, a lot of that shit goes out the window.
Right. So if he got paid off to continue a story or hold a story or so, I don't know, then
No HIPAA, you can't. As a doctor, you just can't tell people business.
but she just knew she come on now, you doing this, you got the whole world watching, you taking it to court, it's going to trial. What you thought was gonna happen?
Well,
Yeah.
Becker just informed me that is the state of California versus Tory Lanez. It's not Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory.
Did
I
she
didn't.
drop the charges?
Yeah. So
So the
so
state picked it up.
yeah. So what happens is it's not Meg The Stallion versus Tory Lanez. It's the state of California versus Tory Lanez, which is why she's able to speak and he can't. So now that they're actually investigating, That's when this stuff is coming out. So of course he's being, investigated for shooting her in the foot. So they gotta, and she went to the hospital and got looked at. So they gotta bring those records to prove he did or did not do it. So now that the doctor got subpoenaed, the doctor testified and confirmed that he treated her for glass in her foot, not
Okay,
bullet
but did she
fragments.
have on heels at the time?
The chick was on stage twerking right after that. She did a whole photo shoot with heels on.
What the
So
fuck you
yes,
mean? I thought
Wait,
they
so
never
how did
seen
she,
this
if she
incident.
got shot, then how did she get on stage right after?
exactly. She was performing. But if she had the type of injury she was claiming to have in her
Wait,
foot, she could not have been wearing heels or be
wait,
performing.
Church finger.
wait,
Go ahead,
wait.
Murray.
Wait a goddamn minute now. Wait a
Wait a
wait a
minute.
goddamn minute.
Hold up, wait a minute.
You
Wait a
trying to
minute.
tell me
Wait a
after
minute.
this motherfucker supposedly got shot, stayed and performed
No
Well, it
and
wasn't that
then
hospital?
same day. It was like a couple days or like a week or two later.
oh okay. Hey,
But she
I need you to say that shit because I'm in my mind. I'm thinking you actually
I
should do
thought
that
she was like, okay, I was about to
that
say maybe
night.
she just got
Oh,
grazed.
okay. All
Like,
right.
no. This was
A couple days later.
yeah, this was shortly after. It was close enough after to the point that if she had severely gotten shot in her foot, she wouldn't have been able to do none of that. She would have had a boot on, some crutches or something. She would have really, if she seriously got shot in her foot, the way that she is saying, like on some straight, he gunned me down and shot me in my Achilles, she would not have been able to do what she was doing right afterwards.
Now, in that Gail King interview, I remember her saying she stepped on glass on purpose to make it sound like a gunshot or some shit, and then lied to the cops because she didn't want them to
who
get
the
killed.
hell steps on glass on purpose?
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and listen to that Gail King
Well,
interview.
she mentioned that when the cops came, she told them that she cut her foot on glass because she was worried about Tory possibly being shot by the cops or something happening at by the cops because of the whole Black Lives Matter thing. She was trying to protect everybody's lives. So she lied and said that she was cut in her foot by glass to protect them all because
It
God
sounds
forbid.
like she used it, she told the truth and said it was a lie.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like she initially told the truth and then said that he shot me to keep the story going. But now the doctor is reverting back to what was originally the case, which is glass in her foot. I
So
don't know
how the fuck Tory shooting in the foot came out? When the fuck did that specific story come out? And
because
now
he
we
did
talking
have a
about
gun on
glass.
him. He had a gun on him.
But if
Okay,
she
so
lied
having
and said it was glass, who told that it was a gun that shot her?
that shot her.
I don't know. The gun residue was on her best friend, not on Tori. That's something else that came out. The gun residue was on her best friend, not on
Do
Tori.
celebrities like have it really good and then they just go through something in their career where it just tarnishes them? Because I don't see her bouncing back from this.
Well, she's already been bounced back. Everybody's on her side. It's protect black women, right? Whatever black woman said was done was done.
But that interview was bad.
It
Yeah,
was bad. And she
yeah.
went back on Twitter with her damn Twitter fingers and said, fuck y'all. I don't care what y'all think about my interview. I said the truth and that's how I feel. Oh, so now y'all don't want to protect black women no more because I'm the one that went on Gail and said that it was a lot of people after that interview that said she shouldn't have did it. It looked bad for her. She should stop talking and let the investigation happen. A lot of people were like, okay, Team Meg, but there were more people that after that interview was like, I don't know, Megan. Maybe you should just go back in the house and twerk on Instagram again. Just be quiet and don't say nothing else. Because that interview made everybody that was technically on her side kind of rethink being on her side now. And then now this is coming out. It's just making it look even worse. So this is a situation where in the beginning, she wanted to rally up her supporters because it's protect black women. I got shot by a black man, protect me. And that was the original story, but now it's turning into something else. And she's trying to grab that protect me feeling still. And it's not working because she's losing some of her support.
Mm,
And I feel like she should have not said anything to begin with. Just be quiet. But
yeah.
But in her defense, though, she felt like she was legitimately shy. Something bad happened to her that night, and she is in her full right to talk about it as much as she wants to, however she wants to whomever she wants to, and that is all facts. That is true.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Well,
who
a lot of
cares about your foot, shorty? Like, yo, Kanye's shit was more entertaining. Harlem Nights pinky toe shooting was more entertaining. Like, who give a fuck about the back of your heel or whatever? Clearly, you could still wear heels, so you're fine. Paper cut.
not paper cut, not paper cut, ma'am.
So
This is horrible.
that's just
It is
because like this motherfucker Tori like this motherfucker almost got almost could have gotten blackballed. He's got um mad
Mhm.
criticism. He got a lot of people just went in on like how the fuck you how the you gotta be real pussy to shoot a black girl, girl that you fucking and blah blah
Yep,
like motherfuckers was going in on him
yep.
and then to find out as more stuff come out that one, he didn't even shoot a gun. Two, she didn't even get shot. And three, her injury came from a glass that might have been self-inflicted.
Crazy. Which is why I think everybody should be quiet and let the investigators do what they do, and we'll find out the verdict when it gets found out. Because now too much information is being brought out and it's confusing the people. So she's trying to get her vote through public opinion, but we are not the ones that are in the courtroom to determine this to be fact or not. So just be quiet. All right, you got everybody on your side. We already know how you feel. You've been Twitter fingering about it since the night of. Okay, now you did your interview with Gail. Now be quiet and let the investigators do what they do. Sean says she's one of the biggest stars today. She's going to be protected despite her lies. And that is very true. People are going to say, even if, let's just say Tori is found not guilty, people are going to say, well, she lied, or she was trying to protect, she was traumatized. Sometimes people do this when they're traumatized, and she's still going to get some type of sympathy, because not only because of that, but people like Meg. People like Meg Thee Stallion. They just like her. She's likable. So they're going to just rally behind her regardless. Um, she's still going to get support somehow. And if she does, if he does get let go and found not guilty, she's going to be back on Twitter arguing with people, and it's never going to end.
Well, speaking of crazy court cases, crazy people part of court cases, I think this is a great segue. Granted, this might not fall in the urban culture exactly, but it's falling some crazy shit that I felt like it should be talked about. So,
Yep.
and what I'm referring to is this fucking Johnny Depp case where
Crazy.
Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, and then Amber Heard brings up that Johnny Depp shoved Kate Moss down the stairs. Um, like, yo, if y'all haven't, for people that haven't been following this Johnny Depp defamation case,
Hmm.
that chick is psycho. She's fucking crazy. Listen. So
He's insane in the membrane.
my question is women abusing men unbelievable or just more acceptable? I'm gonna ask that shit again. Is women abusing men unbelievable or just more acceptable? Because if you watch the fucking case,
Crazy.
um, I go back. You put Sean's shit back up.
He's talking about Megan not only being liked, but she's a money maker. A lot of people are getting paid off for her work.
Oh, okay.
That's very true. But people can get paid off for liars.
All right. True. So, um, so that's Amber Heard right there.
This case right here
Uh,
is crazy. I am very shocked that this case is not being spoken about more widely than it is, because this is a clear case of
You know why?
Because they right.
Nah. Now, in my opinion, no. If the roles was okay, way more shit went seemed to happen in this Johnny Depp case than this Tory Lanez and Megan case. But in that case, it's almost like the woman's being believed and defended. In this Johnny Depp case, it's role reverse. Johnny Depp is the one that's saying he was abused. He was
But the thing about it
defamated.
is that this is not even a domestic violence case. This is a defamation case. So this is a
But the
case,
other shit has come out.
yes, which is I'm not understanding why she's not going to court for domestic violence. This is off of defamation. This is off of her possibly causing him millions and millions in at work. This more than defamation. This case is crazy. This case is wild crazy.
Because during this defamation case, it's come out that Johnny Depp was getting fucking abused.
On some real shit. On some craziness. Like this would be a movie. This would be a great movie to make. Great
You know,
movie.
people are saying like when actors go through stuff, they're like, oh, they're acting. That's what, people in the comments be saying on social media. Oh, they're acting. So it's like, dang, so you'll never believe somebody because they're an actor?
Yeah, my husband don't believe actors. He's like, I don't
Yeah,
believe somebody. Yeah.
I heard that same shit too. I mean, but when you listen to this shit, like y'all realize whatever Johnny Depp wears on one day, she wears the same fucking outfit the next day. I
Yo,
know y'all
she's
pay attention.
psycho.
I know y'all pay attention. So Johnny Depp wear a black suit on Monday. She wears that same black suit on Tuesday. If then on Tuesday he's wearing like this damn blue and gray suit, on Wednesday she's wearing blue and gray suit. Like this,
She's psycho.
Amber Heard is fucking crazy.
No, she threw something at him that cut his finger, right? Him trying to protect himself, he cut his finger. It cut his finger so much that when he did Pirates of the Caribbean, they had to CGI his fingers to cover up the injury.
Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Because whatever he threw, it cut so much that they had to fix that in post-production in the movie. There's video recording of her saying, go ahead, Mr. Johnny Depp, Mr. Big Man. Go ahead and tell them that you've been abused. Nobody's going to believe you.
Yeah.
They played that in the court. Listen,
Yeah, I heard that
his defense, you know, at the end where they give their closing remarks? The lawyer didn't even speak. All the lawyer did was play that recording of her and sat down. He didn't have to say anything. So I put in my case that she's crazy and she tried to hurt my client. He didn't give a spiel or nothing. All he did was play her recording and sat down.
But she's not being tried for domestic.
No, this is
No.
just a defamation.
Shit. After this shit came out, it really he should.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
but right now it's just defamation because for like $50 million some shit because that open book article whatever she wrote on him caused him to be kind of blacklisted, and they didn't allow him to do the last movie or the Pirates movie because of that shit that she wrote on him.
So you
So
think she's gonna kill him?
I hope not.
He done got this far.
I don't think so. Would it shock me? No, but I don't think so.
She's
But
one of those women that be on Snapped.
I can see that.
She's definitely
I
cooping
can
for
see
Cocoa
that.
Puffs.
It's not addicted, it's Snapped. And it's like she's like the woman who got away with it. And then once she get away with it, she really gonna come for him. Like, you put me through all this. I told you nobody was gonna believe you. Type.
But you know
Here's your
what?
little money, but I'm gonna get you.
They better be glad that shit was recorded because nobody would have believed it. It was like, oh,
Right.
so this woman right here abused you, huh?
And that's what she was banking on.
You
She
trying
was
to tell
banking
me
on that.
this woman abused Johnny Depp? And like,
Yeah.
so somebody asked me today what I thought about the case, who I think is going to win. I couldn't really answer that. I was like, if I'm on the jury, I'm on Johnny Depp's side based on what the fuck I've heard. But can I really say that Johnny Depp is going to win this case? I can't because I told him I'm like, yo, on some real shit. When you go to court, the fed women spot 10 points when they go to court. Like women spot 10, 20 points when you go to court. So you gotta be that much more convincing, or you gotta find some solid shit against a woman in court when it comes between like two mates or
It depends
lovers
on the
or
judge.
whatnot.
It depends on the judge.
Nah, I don't depend on the judge.
Female judges don't like women.
I've
Not when it comes to domestic. They don't like
I can
women.
see that.
Yeah, I've heard of that too. This case is crazy, and I feel like at this point it's open and shut. Like
You
this
think
chick
so?
is wow.
So
This
you
chick,
think
I mean, that recording alone. What she gonna say? I just said that. What they gonna say? My client just said that just to say that.
yeah, because yeah, I mean, if you think about it, all this evidence is showing how crazy she really is. There really isn't much to what more could they prove?
Did
She's
he
saying
press charges when his fingers damn near got severed?
that's what all of this is coming out in court now. So that's why I'm like,
And she was never charged for it.
I don't
she's being
think
charged
so.
now for it. Well, not at the time, but no,
See,
now
that looks bad.
It looks
I'm sure.
bad, but like, ain't too many niggas gonna be like, my woman is beating me up.
Well,
I mean,
y'all need
bad,
to. That's the problem. Cause y'all don't want to say that. That's why don't nobody believe y'all.
Hmm.
that's not why. It's just the
Yes,
fact
it is. Y'all let
it's
it
a
go
man,
for so
it's a
long
man of
in
no, it's a man of woman
society.
thing.
It's a
It's a man
pride
of
thing.
woman
Y'all don't
thing.
want everybody to know that a woman was torturing y'all or whooped y'all ass or abused y'all or whatever. It's a pride thing.
Yeah, most men are not
That
gonna.
woman, you
Yeah,
can't say that. It don't necessarily mean the woman beat you up. It could mean you just didn't want to beat that woman ass.
yeah. So you let her hit you.
Yeah, cause
I
you
ain't
know
gonna
you
hurt
fake
her, but I'll
out.
shake that bitch.
Yeah, you was like, Judge, I didn't want it to be no slow singing and flower bringing, so
Right.
I just
So I just let her hit me.
so I just let her hit me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just crazy. But I feel like just watching it and listening to the recording is like that jury. For them to say that she's innocent, I need to be a fly on the wall.
Wait, is it a video or a just a recording?
It's an audio recording.
See, they're gonna be like, that's not her. Now they're gonna have to have a voice recognition specialist come in,
Yeah,
yo.
Yep.
It could turn into that. They got that kind of money.
Yep.
I can
That
see
is
that.
true.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you,
it's wow. I think it's just wow because it's so many situations that men don't feel supported in the court system, right? Especially, it's usually black men, but for this to be a white woman again, it just it shows you when I was watching it, it shows you that white women use their privilege even on white men. Like they can go in the courtroom and use their white privilege and their white tears on white men as well. And people still be like, well, what did he do to make her like that? She could have just thrown something sharp or at him for no reason. He had to have done something to her to make her this way. She's not just this way by default.
You know what?
right?
Yeah, they do that. I forgot my train of thought, but that's right, Becca. They do that. That's true. Like, what did you do to trigger that person? Like, because a lot of people don't be thinking, well, if you know the person, you be like, well, they wouldn't just do that for no reason type shit. But
And
it's
they
true.
they already think that Johnny Depp is a slight weirdo anyway. So they probably using that against him too. Like he's a little, different. So what did he do? He talks different. He behaves a certain way. Like
But he
he
looked like he quiet and stayed to himself. Like he is the type to take abuse.
or give it. It be them quiet ones that be beating the shit out they women.
Well, that
I can
picture
definitely,
says he's the abuser. Why you throw that one up there?
yeah,
Well, this one don't.
may have tried
Mm,
to taint the jury with a rumor about Johnny Depp shoving Kate Moss down the stairs. Experts say it could backfire on her. What case? Kate Moss was minding her damn business, and why should she get brought up?
yo, this whole shit
Amber
sound like a movie
Amber
for
brought her
real.
up.
Like, what about this is a movie?
Yeah, but Kate Moss is probably like, "Oh, girl, why'd you mention me? I was over here minding my business."
Oh, I remember now.
Hey,
For some reason, see, when rich people go through shit, they whole goal is when they go to court and all that money. No, if you hurt me, I want you to go to jail.
right.
Dead or in jail. I don't want your money. I want you dead or in jail.
Do not pass go.
Because, yeah.
$100.
Okay, you paid me $50 million. You still got millions. Like,
True.
Yeah, but if
where's
you
the
make me lose
suffering?
50 cents, we got beef. So 50 million? Oh yeah, we're gonna have some problems. Because if you
Where's
make,
the suffering? I want you to suffer.
you know how much I could be doing with 50 million?
Jail
It
or
doesn't matter
death
if the
row.
50 million sits in the bank.
Something.
It is mine. Give it to me. It's my 50.
Imagine being on death row, sitting and having to think for some years that you gonna die.
Mm.
Like this your date at that. Like this your date. You gonna die on this day.
Mm, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And everybody's talking about it. Like, why is this chick getting away with this? Like, she should be in jail by now. She should be in jail by now.
Mm, mm, mm.
Anyway, let's move on to something quite interesting. So y'all do know that speaking of social media and Twitter and Megan being all over Twitter with her Twitter fingers talking shit, she is on Elon Musk's Twitter, and Elon Musk says that he would reverse Donald Trump's permanent Twitter ban despite Trump saying he would not return. So I called this. I knew this was happening. I knew once they said that Elon Musk was going to buy Twitter, I said the first thing he's going to do is let Trump come back on there and run his goddamn mouth. What y'all think? I knew it. Merv, I'll start with you. What do you think about Donald Trump being able to go back on there with his Proud Boys and run his mouth on Twitter?
Um. First of all, that nigga lying talking about he won't return. That fucker he loves to be heard. He loves to have influence, and he's definitely gonna go back and start his rah shit. Now he got to have a voice again where he could criticize everybody see it. He's been too quiet. He's been too quiet. You know that nigga missing this shit. So he's definitely coming back, and he's definitely gonna damn start. His first tweet is gonna be some shit. Like it's gonna be some real bogus bullshit shit on his first tweet. Watch, and then they might say some shit like "Welcome back."
He gonna
Bitch.
play.
I'm
He
back.
gonna play.
I'm back,
He
I'm
gonna
back,
play.
bitches.
Jay-Z. He gonna be like, guess who's Bizak?
Right.
So yeah,
This
no,
is
That's
for
true.
the
Donald
niggas.
Trump has been quiet. I didn't even realize
yeah,
I've been so clouded by
exactly.
being gay on damn Twitter that
Yeah,
I
he's been
forgot
too
about
quiet.
Trump. Oh yeah, he's definitely been real quiet lately. What you think, Tina B?
Who cares? It's like nah. But no, for real, I don't care. But he was entertaining. I ain't even gonna hold you. So people, Trump was entertaining on Twitter. So I guess the controversy about to begin. Remember, he said he coming back for presidency. So there it is.
I hope not. I mean, if he gonna come with some stimulus checks, then he might could come back.
See? All niggas care about that fucking stimulus.
Everybody gonna be like, that's
As all
Stimmy.
y'all as all fuck y'all care about being stimulated.
It's stimmy
That's all it's
season.
worth. Listen, if Trump had got that last fucking stimulus check off, y'all niggas would have voted for him.
I
Got
really just
mad
want my
fucking
student
stimulus
loans.
check.
I want my student loans forgiven. I don't give a fuck about none of that other stuff. Just take them student loans away from me, please. But I do believe that I think that there's an ulterior motive of him buying Twitter. According to him, it's just to allow freedom of speech. He thinks he may turn Twitter into a paid type of thing where you got to pay for the app instead of making it free, and he wants people to be able to have free speech. I think there's something else going on. I don't think that Elon Musk really care about people being able to say whatever they fuck they feel on social media that much to buy Twitter and say, okay, you guys, now you can come on here and say whatever it is you want to say. I think that there's something else going on in the background that we don't know about just yet. I think Trump being back on Twitter is part of that because now everyone else is saying that his Twitter ban was unwarranted to begin with. And I'm like, how, Sway? His Twitter ban was most definitely warranted. He definitely should have not come back on Twitter, and he should stay the hell wherever he is, quiet. I don't think he should be back on Twitter saying anything else because I really do think that he played a big part in January 6th. That's just my opinion. But I feel like once he gets back on, we're gonna go back to all the BS we was going through before.
Oh no, he definitely. I'm telling you, that's why I said his first tweet is gonna be on some bogus bullshit shit. Hey, so like he's coming back. He's coming
The
back,
world likes drama.
and he brings it.
He definitely brings it. He is definitely one to bring the drama and then be like, I didn't do that. That wasn't my fault. I was just on Twitter telling my feelings, and y'all decided to run based on my feelings. He will definitely throw what they say, throw the stone, hide his hands. Like that's definitely Trump. Because everybody be on social media doing all kinds of stuff anyway. And
You know, it's money involved and all that extra
of course
shit.
there is. Of course there is. Speaking of social media, I'm not sure if y'all saw this. Maybe you did. But so during the Trump era, which is, where all of this started from, we have Black Lives Matter, right? Now, the co-founder of Black Lives Matter movement says that Candace Owens pulled up to the house with the camera crew for a documentary, asking her about her $6 million home that she supposedly bought with Black Lives Matter money. So Merv looks confused. Let me give you backstory. All of that money that was donated to Black Lives Matter.
I'm familiar with the purchase of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So the word is
Candace
that
Owens got me confused.
Okay. So she supposedly bought some of that money with the donations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, just a little side note, when you work non-for-profit or you work for an organization like that, you can list yourself as an employee and you do get to choose how much you make per year. Let's put that to the side for a second. Because they're saying she bought this money with the donations and not her own personal money. She's saying that she bought it to be like a hub for Black Lives Matter, but it's a $6 million house. Mm-hmm. Put that to the side. So Candace Owens is doing a documentary on Black Lives Matter. She's been doing it for a while. Candace Owens is also very pregnant. Currently pregnant.
Who knows?
I don't know. Somebody did.
Somebody shot the club up.
Somebody shot the club up. So
was it on purpose or the condom broke?
I don't know. Maybe there was no hot sauce available and it stuck. I have no idea.
Oh, he could be white. Is he white?
I'm sure he is white. So Candace Owens, in filming part of this documentary, pulled up to the $6 million house that Patrice was in, knocked on the door or the gate or whatever. So she wasn't able to get to the actual front door, but it is a gated community, gated house, and was trying to get her to come out to explain this money. You supposedly bought this money with your own, but what's happening with Black Lives Matter? We haven't heard about it. We haven't seen you do anything really about it since the last time a Black man died in the streets. What are you doing with this money? And people are still donating and you're buying these big $1 million homes. according to her, it's a hub for her to have meetings and have functions and things like that. But a lot of people are like, nah, we don't believe you. She's been on several interviews saying this. This is not new. She's
We
been
don't
No, it's
believe you.
not.
You need
yeah,
more
she's been
people.
accused of this for the past year or so.
Ain't
But
nobody
it's
lives there.
but of
That
all
Black Lives Matter shit did get quiet quick, didn't it?
it's real, it's very
Ah!
it's very silent at the moment. So what do y'all think? I'll start with you to the B. What you think of Candace Owens being the one to knock on her door and say, explain yourself?
That was some real nigga shit. So, I'm gonna give her that much. Um, I personally would have whooped her ass. Like, fuck you doing in my house, bitch. Did you get authorization to even come and interview me? Did we have a conversation for you to try to like you're not about to ambush me, ho. But that was some real nigga shit.
Patrice went on Instagram and was crying like, Candace Owens is outside my house. I feel very unsafe.
Like really crying, like crying.
Yeah. She went on Instagram Live and said that Candace Owens is outside my house and I feel very unsafe.
You
And
feel
then Candace
unsafe
Owens
crying over a pregnant woman who's outside. Mm.
and then Candace Owens went live and was like, girl, please, ain't nobody trying to bother you. I just want to know what the fuck you did with the money. Candace
So
Owens went on live and
it
was
seemed
like,
like they switched roles real quick, right? They seems like they switched roles. One was on some real nigga
Candace
shit,
Owens
and
was
one
like,
was.
girl, why are you scared of me? I'm very pregnant. I ain't gonna do nothing to you, but you still don't want to talk about what you did with that 6 million.
Did she ever explain to anybody how she got the house? Like she really saying that's her bread?
She's saying that she bought it with her own money that she gets from like um book dealings, and she goes on interviews and she gets her money other ways. So that's what she's saying, is she bought that house with, you know, her own money. And she also did something for her son. I'm not sure if she threw her son a really big party or bought him something else, but there was something else that she did with the money that people are questioning as well. So there's a lot of questions about the organization altogether because
So does she have functions and stuff at the house? Like, cause she
no,
making it
she
sound like she bought it on some for charity for those specific reasons only. And I guess she live in the West Wing.
she hasn't yet. She hasn't had any function at the house yet. According to what it looks like, she lives there.
Hmm.
It's not like an office building that she bought or an event space that she bought. This is a $6 million home that she bought that she supposedly lives in, and she's been out saying that she purchased it as a Black Lives Matter um headquarters.
Okay. What was my next question? What kind of home was she living in before this home?
Probably an apartment somewhere.
See, so that's some bullshit. The Jeffersons didn't even come on up like that. Like they ain't go that fast. You see, they lived in a little putt putt, then they moved into a high rise apartment, and then if you watch Fresh Prince, they moved into the house when Uncle Phil and them was moving. So it took them a while to get to the house. It was steps.
Um, okay, that logic don't make no damn sense because you got people that go for that goes from living with somebody into a goddamn mansion. It just a matter
Yeah, if
of
they
how.
won the lottery.
No,
Okay, so I went with from living with somebody to moving into a mansion.
yeah.
Who?
What you mean? Who? Like it happens to a lot of people. What you talking about?
What? No, I don't know anybody who lit or
I don't know anybody. No, I don't know anybody personal. I'm talking about as far as like people that end up getting money. Whether you talking about rappers or athletes or
that's different. Of
The thing is,
course.
we can see where that money came from.
Yeah.
People are saying you
You
are
can
living.
see my talent. I'm an athlete, and you just offer me a contract for how many $1 million? Of course, I'm gonna move into a fucking mansion. Of course, like, think I'll still be living in the hood so everybody could come begging me? No.
What
okay.
people's issue is that it seems like she's living off of the people's donations. They don't see anything happening with Black Lives Matter. There's no functions. There's no donations that she's giving to kids graduated from college. She's not helping buy no students no books. She's not doing anything with this money except buying property and living in it and not doing nothing else. So people are like, what are you doing with our donations? What you doing with the money we gave you? What Black lives
Oh,
being supported and helped?
I thought they said nobody was living in that house.
Oh no,
Somebody, she's living in that $6 million place.
allegedly she lives
Is
there.
So
this
that if nobody's living there, it's just sitting there.
And
no
even
the
still, if I donated to Black Lives Matter, you bought a $6 million mansion for just to collect dust, I still want to know why. Especially if
Yeah.
your organization was supposed to be helping, and I haven't seen your organization do nothing since the last person died.
so
What
I
am I
got one
donating to
question.
you for?
This is coming from other sources besides Candace Owens, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right, cool. All
They've
right.
been a lot of people been questioning her since they found that whole shit out. Like, and nobody has gotten no like real answers. Like,
Right.
it's not sitting
And
well with people.
I want to say her and her wife or her girlfriend or somebody um has been questioned about this as well.
That shit got quieter than COVID.
You know what I'm saying? Because this it's not just a mansion. Like she's living a lavish lifestyle. And people are wondering, where's all of this money coming from? And it wasn't like she bought the home, um and this is well known. This was secret. This was secretly bought and somebody found out and ratted on her. So it's not like she's
How the fuck you secretly buy a goddamn $6 million house?
I mean, quiet as it's kept, she's a celebrity, so she can have everything done NDA style. She
Gotcha.
could. It's very possible. A lot of people do stuff. That they don't want people in the public to know. I know if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't want anybody to know that. And if I was
Like,
buying money, if I was buying some shit off of donations, I would not want nobody to know that.
well,
So she's
I know they're real strict when it comes to the nonprofit shit. So if she's
right,
doing something, fucked up, she's gonna end up in jail eventually. They don't play that nonprofit shit. Once you title your shit
they don't.
nonprofit, you got rules you got to follow. So if she's doing some shit fucked up, you got to worry about it. Her ass going up in jail. Her ass going up
Right,
right in jail with
She
Young
about to
Thug.
be done up like the pastors who be stealing the church's money.
She's gonna be in jail with Young Thug and Gunner and the rest of them. Tina B, why when black people get money they can't stop doing that street shit? Why it's so hard?
Because they addicted to it. It's an addiction. Well, I can't. Well, now I'm not. I'm not getting money like them, but it's still an addiction. Like, okay, I have a job, but I bounce too on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to? No, but it's an addiction. It's like, oh, easy money, get it, get it, get it. Like,
In addition to bounce, to
yeah, 4 hours, you get this amount of money. You ain't really do nothing if unless there's a fight. It's like let's say you invite me somewhere, and then somebody says, "Oh, Tina, can you bounce? I'll pay you $200 for 3 hours." Nigga, Merv, I can't make it to your event.
right,
Because in my head, it's like, do I spend it or do I get it? Because if I go to your event, I'm spending money. If I go to this event right here in 2 hours, I just made this amount of money. Like,
but Tina B, you're not going to jail for doing that bouncing.
they're not thinking about jail.
But
Just
Tina
like
B,
I'm
if
not
you
thinking about,
what
okay, let's say you my
what
brother. Oh my God, Merv is my brother. This is very important. This is a moment that I will never get to experience with him again. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about the money.
Tina B, if you become a millionaire, you still bouncing?
I probably would for the thrill of it.
What you mean when we say thrill? Thrill of
There's
what?
a thrill
For
in
bouncing?
bouncing. Yeah, I'll probably have my own damn company. I'll probably come up with a whole company, which I even want to do now. So imagine if I had that money, I would have that shit
So
would be uh LLC Incorporated. That shit would be all over.
Bouncers are us.
Bouncers are us. Okay. And I ain't gotta work. I would just take money off the top of my bouncers. What?
Hmm.
all right. So I can see the addiction and the thrill part. Um, I don't think you would still keep bouncing if you became a millionaire. But I see your point. As far as like the addiction, I
She
I
would
can see
start her
that.
own company with the passion. Yeah.
I can see the addiction to the streets. Like you so used to making that drop, and you still used to um the
Hmm.
thrill of almost getting caught and getting away. I think some people do have like adrenaline rushes kind of shit where they got to do shit for adrenaline.
It's the
Even
excitement.
sex, the thrill of getting caught. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sex that you ain't supposed to be having is the best sex.
It's and then that drug dealer is being dependent on. Like it could be like, oh, I'm a millionaire now. Nobody, no, they still like the fact that people want to come to them. People need them. People want to get this off of them. It's
Or
the
ask, or ask for permission to
to
kill them
continue with the title
Hmm.
of
of
having
boss.
the streets on lock.
Okay.
It could be for
Yeah.
popularity,
Yeah.
but
And
It,
you know,
it,
rich people still do illegal shit because they don't want their money counted. They don't want it on the books.
yeah. So I'm not gonna say I agree with it, but I understand the point. I understand the angle. From the addiction angle. I understand the angle. I don't agree with it, but um, I think Jay Z said in one of his songs was like on American Gangster soundtrack. He's like, I guess it's two sides to what substance abuse is. He's like, can't stop, won't stop. I guess it's two sides to what substance abuse is. So I can see that. I didn't think about that. I still think it's crazy, but I understand what you're saying. I definitely understand what you're saying. It's just shit. Your addiction is that fucking strong? God damn.
and now look, guess who's going to jail tonight?
Hey, well, Sean said he don't think it's gonna
Okay,
stick.
if you became a millionaire, would you stop doing the pod?
No, I'll make the shit even bigger, but I can't go to jail.
I
Can't
know
go
you.
to
I
jail.
know this.
My only thing is like I understand adrenaline, I understand, but it's like a lot of people that sell drugs are doing street shit. It is adrenaline, but it's also a fact like, yo, I'm doing this shit to get money to be able to get some fucking food, be able to afford to stay in a fucking house, to be able to survive or whatnot. So you become a millionaire, you didn't reach your American dream per se. Why keep risking shit to lose your millions? Or especially, I don't know if Young Thug got kids or not, but especially if you got kids, like Biggie told Puff, hey Puff, until you get me on, you guarantee that blah blah blah. I won't be in the street selling because I need to eat, I need money, etc. etc. So that's my only thing is like the going to jail part when you made it out and you don't have to do shit anymore or risk going to jail. That's the only thing. I'm like, damn. But yeah, the addiction is crazy. The addiction is real fucking crazy.
But you know they be having that money to, and they get out anyway, or they don't end up doing that much time. And it's
Yeah, but this shit Rico, they get that nigga the top dog shit. But like I said, I heard the state. It's not federal, I heard the state Rico.
I mean, look at El Chapo. It's just never gonna stop. Like
You
they
can't
got
compare El
all.
Chapo, but you can't
I'm
compare
just
El
saying, you
Chapo.
got all this money, and you still want more, and you still want more to the point where You can't put any money in the bank. You got houses with money
El
just
Chapo's
stacked
not.
and stacked and stacked and stacked. It's like it's an addiction. You just
How did he
can't
be? How
stop.
did he? Yeah, but El Chapo is a bad comparison. That's not because Young
I'm just
Thug.
saying.
But but
How
that's not
much
the
money
same.
can you possibly have? Like, don't you get? I'm sure these motherfuckers get bored eventually with okay, I bought this car, this car, this car, this car, this car. Now I gotta own a whole thing because I like this car, this car, this car, this car. And you probably ain't drive half of the cars you don't purchase. It's like you got all this money because you just bored. That's why these
That's
motherfuckers end
why
up killing themselves any fucking way.
that's why Rick Ross out there chopping trees himself. He ain't got shit else to
He
do.
ain't got shit else to
He's
do.
bored
He's
as
so
fuck.
But they
He
did,
trying to chop
but
this
Rick
tree.
Ross is a legit like he has legit money now. El Chapo, that's the only thing he fucking knows that's different. That's the only thing he reaches the so-called American dream or the Mexican dream by selling drugs and becoming head of a cartel. You have a cartel. It's not a gang, and you not doing anything legit. What you doing?
But
You got a bunch of people under you. That's totally different. That's all he
these
know how to
rappers
make
got
money.
legit money and they still in the streets. They
Who?
still
I
they
ain't hear you.
these rappers, these young rappers got legit money and
That's what I'm saying. El
they still
Chapo
want to
is
be
not.
the top dog in the game and get asked to kill people. That's that right there.
Yeah.
Just that took me out. That took me
Mm.
out. I got to ask you.
I
I want
I
to kill
just want
somebody and I got to ask
I
you to do
wanted
it.
I wanted Tina B perspective on that. She gave great perspective on that. So you go ahead to the next thing.
All right, we got.
What the hell are you laughing at?
I gotta put my nigga up here. My dog, my crew, my dog. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuel. Okay, so bringing him up. Oh, I didn't realize something on my shirt. Anyway, so I put this picture up. Merv, there was a question that you had asked earlier about is black men talking negative about black women unforgivable? So this kind of goes back to how people celebrated his death and was happy he was gone and just speaking negatively about him and when he passed just based on how he lived his life.
Let me
Tina
let,
B.
so before y'all start,
Hmm.
so Kevin Samuels sparked this. This ain't really about Kevin Samuels.
Right.
It is, but it's not. But him passing and the conversation after that is what this really about. And it made me think about the black guy. I think just last month they got killed by the white girl.
Yes.
So it made me think. So it made me think about that as well. So this is about Kevin Samuels is sparking this because he passed, and it was a lot of people, especially women, mainly women, that was talking about his death in celebration, or like, well, or how y'all niggas gonna do what y'all God going, or what y'all Messiah going, or what y'all leader going. Or well, hey, that shows if you talk bad about black women, you're killing yourself. And it was just like people just using that as a point on the reason why he died is because he was talking negatively about a black woman. Or well, the reason why it's good that he's dead is because he was talking about a black woman. When the black guy about a month ago got killed by that black girl, it was like, well, shit. I don't give a fuck. You got killed by a white woman
Right.
because he was talking about a black woman. So that's so it's not really about Kevin Samuels. We're gonna talk about that Kevin Samuels, but it just maybe asked the question like, is black men talking negative about black women unforgivable? Because it's like even in death, it was like, well, that motherfucker was talking negative about black women. So fuck him, go to hell.
Right.
And that's what it seemed like. If you're a black man that's publicly out there talking about a black woman, yo, you get hit by a car, you no matter what the fuck happened to you, yo, good riddance. You shouldn't say anything never about any black woman anyway. So if he dies, kind of shit. So that's where
Mhm.
my question comes from.
Tina B, what you think about black men talking negatively about black women? Do
They're
you think
allowed. Why not? We do it. Why can't they say their opinion on how why can't men say their opinion and how they feel? And all the motherfuckers that's talking about he died because he said this, then the third are fucking delusional. And y'all was the same motherfuckers that gave that man energy in the first place. Y'all made him famous. Y'all made him popular. Y'all decided to call in. In your head, you must have thought you was the best of the best of the best. So you was like, oh, I'm gonna call him because he ain't gonna say that to me. But your stories alone, already, you would set yourself up. Y'all bitches is delusional. I said it. Y'all bitches is delusional. Y'all kept calling this motherfucker, giving him energy, asking him for his opinion, just so he could disagree with you. He done did it to so many people, and y'all dumbasses still was calling because y'all just thought he wouldn't do it to me. He wouldn't do it to me. He wouldn't do it to me. Which goes to show you're even more delusional because some of y'all stories was the same stories as the next bitch. So like, I, I just don't fucking get it. Like. Everybody like, well, look at you. You divorced. Then people want to turn around, call the man gay. And then it was like, oh, he messed with the white woman and da da da. And that's what he get. Lord have mercy. Get a life. Y'all hoes need to get a fucking life. The same ones that celebrating this man's death, get a fucking life. You have no fucking life if you out here on social media celebrating somebody's death. It's bad enough you even called in or you watch something and continue to watch something that you didn't like. You made him famous. Dumbass. Next.
Can it
There's
be?
not much to
I
say after
mean,
that. I mean, you know,
Becca.
I saw one point about it that you can't tell people how to feel about the the death of someone that spoke negatively about them. It's like if you had somebody in your family that you didn't like and that person dies, and you don't mourn that person or you're not sad about it, people were like, why not? And it's like, why should I? And I don't think that we're trying to say, because there are a lot of people that felt like if you speak, and this is not just for Kevin, this is in general, if you speak negatively about Black women and something happens to you, then it is wrong to even suggest that those Black women should feel bad about what happened to you because you didn't like us anyway. And I understand that, and I don't think that the point was saying to make people be sad about that. But I do feel like we as people have opinions about everything, right? We, from the outside looking in, we can look at a situation, a thing, and have our opinion about it. We can assess the situation and have a thought about a thing, right? That's anything. You have people that have no children and have a lot to say about people who have raised their kids. You have single people that talk a lot of shit about people that are married. You have people that are married that talk a lot of shit about people that are single. You have men talk a lot of shit about women. You have women talk a lot of shit about men. You have people that have opinions and thoughts about a lot of things that have nothing to do with them. We all live in this world together and we all have to deal with each other. So we are going to have opinions about things that we might not have necessarily experienced ourselves or even can, right? So I know science is great, but a Black man can never be a Black woman. He can't be a born Black woman, right? Black women talk about men crazy all day long. You have a lot of women that live their life with niggas ain't shit. And those are the same women that be on Beyonce's internet talk about they want a man, and then in that same breath talk about but men ain't shit. All day, every day. They the same people that talk about how somebody's raising their kids and they baby ain't seen their father in 20 years. Don't even know who the damn baby father is, but you got all this shit to say about how somebody else raising their kids. You are perpetually single and keep a man since a man made you, but you got all this shit to say about somebody married. It happens all the time. So if women are able to do it and women want men to shut the fuck up when they talk about them, why can't that shit happen in reverse? Why can't men say whatever it is they got to say about women? Because they do deserve that right to say it, and women shut the fuck up about it. Why not? But on the flip side, if you do have a situation where you are tired of being spoken about in regards to this, then you have other platforms that do the same thing. Why don't you have that same energy for your favorite rapper calling you a bitch every 10 seconds in a song? Why don't you have that same energy for your nigga in the street that just called your auntie a pussy ass hoe for whatever reason? You yourself out here calling these chick bitches. Tina B just called these girls hoes. Why are you mad? You a hoe and a motherfucker and a bitch all the time on the radio. Put the radio on for 5 minutes. You're going to hear at least whatever the next song is going to be calling you out of your name. You have no problem with that.
Because they some punk ass motherfuckers, Becca. Somebody could get on this motherfucker and say this, that, and the third. All they want, oh, I can't believe Tina said that, bitch, but you never gonna see me.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Who gonna check me, boo? See, I sit there and pop shit to motherfuckers, y'all little fucking computer, social media thugs, keyboard thugs. Y'all pop all that shit to motherfuckers y'all know y'all ain't gonna see. See, but when your nigga calling you a bitch, or they called your auntie a bitch, or your mama a hoe, you right there. You might watch your mouth then. You know what I'm saying? You might watch your mouth because you might get busted in that shit. But when it's a stranger, you don't know them. You know that you probably never gonna see them ever in life. Oh, you got all these balls.
Cause it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch.
They knew they was never gonna see that man. That's how they popped all that shit. And now he dead. They got even more shit to pop.
And people can grow, right? I speak to guys who often say the way they think about women now is not the way they thought about women when they was young. Yeah, all of y'all was bitches and hoes when they was in their 20s, but as they got older and maybe got some knowledge or got a wife, had a daughter, they think differently about women. And not all men think nastily about women. And then vice versa. Not all women think the same about men. So I think that people should be able to speak their opinions on certain things without them being held to the fire forever about it. People have their opinions about shit. We're not gonna like it. We're not gonna like it.
Because that guy that got killed by that white girl last week, his tweets about black women was like 5 years
Crazy.
ago. But it was like 5 years ago, right? It was like, it wasn't recent. It was like years ago.
Yeah, it was when he was a teenager.
Yeah, and they pulled that shit out so bad when he got killed.
Yep.
And used that shit as a reason to say, fuck him. Hey, he got killed by a white girl. He didn't like us anyway. If he was fucking with us, he would still been alive. What?
He might not have still been alive. Why everybody gotta make shit a race thing? Why can't it just be a woman killed the man?
Because it was a white woman that did it. And because
he
spoke
badly about negative about black women. That's what I'm asking y'all. That's where the question comes from? Is black men talking negative about black women?
Did they say why she killed him? Why she kill him?
She claimed self-defense. She claimed that he was abusive to her.
So they was in a relationship, and she saying self. That could happen with anybody.
But there was no evidence of self-defense. She did it while he was asleep.
She could have been fed the fuck up.
She could have been. But
so I don't even know why it's a race thing, because a black woman could have been fed the fuck up and did the same fucking thing.
You got a white chick that cut that man knots off and threw it on the side of the road.
Who, Lorena?
Yeah, they had to find his man on the side of the road and hope that it would work when they reconnected it.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't know that, Merv?
I didn't know they reconnected it.
Yeah, they reconnected it.
They found it and they had to reconnect everything, the skin, the tissue, the nerves, and hope that it still works. That's science for you. And it worked. Could you imagine?
It worked?
It worked.
Hell no, that nigga said he was having heart trouble and
He
got
got
some
he
Viagra.
got he got DE right now.
Dude,
Well, ED, no, erectile
that nigga
dysfunction.
that nigga got lifetime
but
supply of Viagra.
but to answer your question, Merv, no, it is not. Well, it's not unforgivable.
I
It can be forgiven.
I
It
wish
can
we
be
had some
forgiven.
more black women watching right now because I would love to hear more comments about it.
Y'all watch what's the name? For My Man and Addicted?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Never heard of it?
Nope.
Okay. Does anybody watch TV One?
When
Not
I'm
really.
home in Georgetown, that's all.
Okay, so for those who don't know, TV One is all black.
Yep.
Everything on there, all the shows is black. Everything. So
And they're
they
all
show
relationship
they
based.
show Martin and all that other stuff. They show the reruns or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but everything is black. So they Addicted and For My Man are basically the black version of Snapped.
Oh.
Yeah, I
These
can't
are
watch that.
real life crimes, but it's all black people. And who was on there actually? It was on Addicted. Addicted was Ryan from Black Ink Chicago.
Ryan Henry.
Yeah, before Black Ink Chicago even existed, his family was on there because his sister was murdered, and she dated a basketball. Her kids about a basketball player. I forgot what the basketball player name is in
Mm,
the NBA.
mm,
His sister was murdered by her new man, and her new man murdered his sister, and the daughter.
mm,
She was a baby. The son is still alive, but her baby. I don't even think the baby probably was like 1 or 2,
mm,
and the man murdered the sister and the baby and left the son.
mm.
So I forgot. If you Google it, Becca, I forgot who. But if you Ryan Henry sister, you'll see the whole murder, and you'll see who the NBA basketball player is or whatever. So when I saw Black in Chicago, I was like, wait a minute, that's the dude from who spoke as a family member for the. But yeah, Addicted and for my man is women who never been in trouble, great job, all this other shit. Meet some nigga in the streets, and he turned them into. They love him so much they start doing all these crimes that he get into, and they end up going to jail for life in prison and shit like that too. So
Wait,
nurses, I see
he
this.
killed the daughter too. I'm looking at it. It says Ryan's older sister Nova Henry sadly died on the 24th of January 2009. She was murdered in her own home along with her 10-month-old daughter Ava. He killed the daughter too.
And it's whoever the NBA basketball player is. That's his kids. That was his daughter.
Damn.
Both the kids are his. The son is still alive. He's grown, and the daughter was his too. You gotta find out who her baby father is. But he in the NBA. He was in the NBA.
Why Google put Ryan Henry's sister baby daddy? Lord have mercy. It says Eddie Curry, Chicago Bulls.
Oh. I
Damn.
think I remember that shit. Remember hearing about it.
Yeah. So if you ever watch TV One, that's basically it's the black version of Snap, and it's all true life crimes. They got actors that acted out or whatever, but it really happened. Some people made it out of prison, and they got to be on the show to do the interview to speak for themselves. But yeah, so I'll be sitting here like black women out here killing men too. The fuck?
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yo, yo, that story is crazy. Nova and Ava were buried days after their bodies were found. Oh Lord, I can't read that no more. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't bother your energy.
and that's
Don't
because
bother.
the new dude was just obsessed with her because she was supposed to get back with the basketball player.
Oh, and that's why he killed her. Damn.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah,
Tina
I
B.
just
So Tina B said that to say black women be killing people too.
Right. The fuck? They be doing the crazy shit too for my man. I'ma do this crime and this crime for my man. We supposed to rob a motherfucker, but then that man done, you gotta watch that shit. They be brainwashed and they end up pulling the trigger.
Well, that
So the
says
dude don't even pull the
that says
trigger.
for my man, not killing my man.
for
Oh no, they done killed exes, ex-husbands for the new
Oh,
nigga. They done killed
oh.
family members, parents for the new nigga.
ooh, that's a lot.
Addicted is just somebody that's obsessed with you and you don't want to be with them no more, so they kill you. That
That's a
shit
lot.
crazy. And that should be local as hell. You be like, yo, that's my city.
That happened up the block.
Yeah. The whole time you ain't know the shit.
Damn. I
Cause
seen
see,
online.
they keep that TV1 is black to black television channel, right? So it's not out there like snapped and the ID investigate and all that other shit.
I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do. Not gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. You know what's so crazy? That I seen somewhere online. My husband showed it to me. He said Johnny Depp was the only person who could have really used an Amber Alert. It's like, yo. I was like, yo, that shit is bad funny. But yeah, I think that now I don't think that you should be out here just to go back to the question. I don't think that you should be out here just spewing mad hate to how black women do it to black men. It's actually disgusting. It's actually disgusting for me to see it. I'm not an advocate of that. I'm a little bit more logical and not so emotional when it comes to certain things like that. And I do see a lot of people online talking mad stuff about black men, women, black men in general, and then turn around and say that black men should be quiet on certain things. They shouldn't have an opinion about how women speak about them because they're just speaking their truth. I'm just being honest, and that is true. But if, for
So
instance,
why?
With Kevin Samuels, all he did was call you ugly. Maybe you ugly. All he did was say you was an average 6, and you should probably date somebody that is a 6 also, so y'all can be together.
But his other thing, he wasn't a chauvinist because when niggas called in and asked for advice, he done told niggas like, "Yo, you gotta stay in your lane. You are 5 and you only make $30,000 a year, and you
Right,
expect to get a dime that's a bank manager or CEO." So
right,
he said the same shit to niggas. Like whoever called in, he gave his advice. So nigga, I mean, from my knowledge, he ain't murdered nobody, he ain't raped nobody, he ain't commit no crimes, he ain't hurt nobody.
right.
All he did was when people call in, he gave complete brutal honesty, and he didn't give a fuck about his delivery. That's all the fuck he did, and that's worth well shit. If he died, he deserved to die because he didn't know how to talk to people. Y'all call him.
Listen, the majority of
This
his
is
support
crazy.
was women. I was watching this show and they was talking about it, and then they went through the analytics of his YouTube page, and they said that in the very beginning, the direct was black men. He was telling black men, if you don't have money to date, don't date. His direct was black men. He was talking to black men and telling them all of these things. So if you look back early, before he became famous, he was talking to black men. Then he started to switch it up and direct his stuff towards black women, and that's when he became popular. That's when he became famous. That's when his followers started shooting up. The majority of his audience were black women. And you saw on the internet a lot of black women say, I'm this saddens me because he actually did help me. And then you got other people saying, no, he didn't. He was now I understand that his delivery might have been harsh at times. It might have been really brutal. There is a saying that says honesty without compassion is brutality. So it is possible to be honest, but just based on your delivery, it could come across as brutal and really harsh and insensitive. And that is also true.
Yet they kept tuning the fuck in to
But
listen.
yeah, and the people and the women that were calling him were initially just really wanted to talk to him because he was Kevin Samuels. Most of them wasn't really calling for true advice. A lot of them called to fuck with him too, to get him to talk to them for whatever reason. I'm sure a lot of them was not really in distress and calling him for advice and all of this stuff. I'm sure people just wanted to be on screen with him.
Then they want to judge him, right? Like, look at your life. Look at it. But motherfucker, he ain't calling you for advice. That's the difference. He ain't calling nobody. So what? He had a fucking one night stand. He ain't trying to be in a situation again. Y'all bitches out here trying to be in situations. And if he sit there and say you washed up because you got how many kids and nobody wants you, and then there's a bitch in the fucking comments that do got those amount of kids and she got somebody, bitch, just say you a unicorn and be happy. Like, oh, he ain't talking to me because I got my motherfucking 5 kids and I was mad. I got me a nigga. Be a unicorn. Don't be like, how dare you? I got 5 kids and I got a nigga. Da-da-da. Like, there's a way to flip something negative into positive. Remember that post you put up? Was it by him saying about if you're not married after by this
By
age, this, then the
35, you
third?
consider
Yeah,
leftovers. Yeah, that was
Right?
that. You
And then me and Rika was like, she said, well, shit, I guess I'm this. And I said, well, me too, boo. And then Merv just, we spent it. We ain't get mad. We
yeah,
laughed it
I was like
off.
y'all.
And then
I was like
Merv was
y'all
like,
spaghetti.
oh,
Y'all spaghetti
spaghetti.
leftovers. It tastes better the next day.
Yeah. Like,
right. Thanksgiving leftovers for breakfast.
yeah. That's
Damn.
that's you just flip it. Like, I didn't take offense to what the fuck this man said. It
I'm
could be
definitely.
true.
I didn't get married till I was 40, so I was damn near spoiled. Oh well.
And I know people that are happy that they waited so long or waited until they was even in their late 30s or whatever to even have kids because they wanted this freedom and they have a better experience and maturity level and da 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 da. So it's not even a bad thing. It's how you take it. Clearly, he struck a nerve, and if he struck a nerve, that shit was true. You
A
just
lot of
mad.
nerves.
You just
And
mad.
yeah, and those nerves paid him about $3 million a year. He wasn't a broke dude. He wasn't just on some loser that needed attention and went online and just started talking about black women because he was bored. He made money off of this. He was supposedly a consultant, like an image consultant, and was just trying to.
Well, from what y'all, I didn't know his origins. So I know his origins was originally telling black men, "Well, you need to step your fucking game up. You need to do this, do that."
Mhm.
So what happened was he got a crazy female audience because a crazy black female audience because no black females. What seems like if a guy wants to get a following, start talking shit about niggas, and you're gonna get a crazy following. And I think that made them comfortable to start calling in, but they didn't realize when they start calling in that this nigga was gonna have the same energy for the for the females.
For the
And I think
women.
that's what fucked them up at.
Yep.
You see, Merv, women don't like when black men talk negative about them, right? And then they like when the black man bashes the black man
That shit
because
crazy.
yeah, it's because even what's his name, Derek Jackson, before they found out that he cheated this and the third, he bashed black men. So they love that shit. They love that shit. Y'all some negative ass bitches. That's what y'all is. Y'all some negative ass bitches. Y'all like abuse. Y'all continue to listen to a man that y'all thought was verbally abusive. Not, oh, you ain't like
Against
what he said
men.
one time and then you never tune back in. No, you constantly was addicted to this man and you
Yep.
tune back in and you tune
Yep.
back in and you tune back in to the point where you made him famous, 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 rich, 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 rich. And then
Yep.
y'all like when y'all hear another black man tear down another black man in which I would think y'all women's defense or whatever. And y'all feed off of that. So now when Derek Jackson pull his stunt, it's oh lied to me. Bitch, you wasn't dating him. The
Right.
fuck?
Right.
So at the end of the day, why y'all looking at the person? Y'all missing the message. Y'all missing the message that was sent. He said some shit that was true. He may not have lived up to that shit. He may be fucked up, but he still said some true shit. Derek said some true shit. He said some true shit. It is
Right.
what it is.
If it didn't apply to you, then it didn't apply to you. But if you want to feel like you want to defend the whole race and species of black women, then okay, then all right, hey, carry on. But it's not necessary because a lot of people are going to disagree with how you feel about something. And a lot of people are going to say stuff that you don't like, and it may be pertaining to what you are. People say all kinds of things for instance, me. I only have one child. People always tell me I should have had another one. And then once I got married, they should say, "Oh, I should give my husband a child." No, mind your fucking business. Stay out my uterus. Also, I also didn't get married till I was 40. So according to what most people say, at 40, as a single mom, I must have been trash. I ain't got no man. I only got one kid. Don't nobody like me. I'm definitely leftovers, damn near spoiled. Who the fuck
So
told me to get married at
cause you
40?
got one kid, that means you did it right. You had one kid and you ain't sit there and say, I mean, it ain't no wrong or right, but you still learned for what was good for you, what was best for you. Because from what I've heard, children ain't no joke. So to keep having kids and taking on that extra responsibility, money, more sickness, whatever the kid may go through, this and the third, that's crazy. I mean, I commend you. I commend men that have one kid and they not ready to settle down. Okay, now y'all got one kid. Now you knew you wasn't ready. Now you gonna sit there and have another one and another one, another one, and this baby mother, and this baby mother, and this baby mother. What's wrong with you, my nigga?
Right. If y'all want, if what, if you worried about what people say about you, then you're gonna have a hard life. Because whether you a celebrity or not, somebody gonna always have something to say about anything pertaining to you. They could say something because of anything. They could make up something to talk about you with. So it don't even really matter at this point. If you don't like it, keep it moving. Eat the meat, throw away the bones. That's it.
That shit is all over. Like you could be in these groups and you they talk about Bel Air. Oh, why y'all still talking about that Will Smith shit? That Will Smith shit don't got shit to do with Bel Air. But you stop to comment and say that bullshit.
That's like that idiot that killed Drake. That's the hell you get, you dumbass.
Like you stop to comment. You're tired of seeing the shit, but you joined in the conversation when you could have just scrolled on by.
Hey Tina,
When
that's
you could
part of
just
that.
leave the group. You could just leave the group. Like I just don't fucking get it.
That's part of
If you
that
tired,
addiction.
yo, that shit is. People are fucking retarded.
I think most people are glutton for punishments anyway, and people most oftentimes do the most counterproductive stuff. Most of the time, most of the time they do the most counter. They do all the things that bring them the energy they choose. They don't want. Lizzo don't want nobody to talk about how she fat and she got her ass crack all over Instagram. So all they're gonna do is talk about how she fat. She's doing the exact thing that's bringing the attention she don't want. Megan tired of people talking about her foot and she got her damn foot all over the fucking internet. If you don't want nobody to talk about your foot no more, cover your goddamn foot.
You can't force nobody to fucking accept you. Lizzo,
That's
you're
it.
fat.
We
We
tired of
all
seeing
know that.
we
But
tired of
now you want us to accept your thongs and your dimples in your butt and whatever else. You can't force us to accept that. You can't, it is what it is. So you're
right.
gonna you think that if you just keep wearing this, we're gonna accept it? I mean, I don't give a fuck. Do you, boo? But the people that you trying to convince, they're not you, girl. At this point, you supposed to be doing that shit for you. If you want to be naked, be naked. But you being
Yeah.
naked, you be naked in the craziest places. Like, why was you at the basketball game with your ass out? Like, I don't get
For
it. But
attention.
whatever.
Because
Well,
she's so
listen.
confident.
Yeah, you gotta understand. If you're gonna do some shit, if you already know you're a public figure, and you say you don't give a fuck, and you're gonna do shit, you gotta know people's going to talk about you. is too many motherfuckers in this damn world.
All I
So
want to know is, did she
somebody's
sit
gonna
on a
find.
nasty ass seat like that with her butt exposed? See, like that shit making me itch. Like that's disgusting. Did you sit on a towel? I hope you did, because if you put your skin on a public chair like that, that's disgusting. Your ass is
She did.
nasty. That shit dirt.
Yep, she did.
Mm.
Dimply ass,
Eh.
right on that seat, sweaty ass seat.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
No,
Hope she ain't have no vegetables that day.
no, she had pineapples.
Good. All that
All I'm
acidic.
thinking about is some infection that's done got it crept up in there. Ugh.
But you know what? You can't call. You can't say anything about it because she grown. She could do what she want.
Yeah, let her
Okay,
be great.
we can say what we want.
Let her be great. I ain't gonna say nothing because that's a black woman. I don't want y'all to talk about me when I die. Y'all remember that time Merle said some shit about a black woman on goddamn the Guys podcast?
Nah, we gonna talk about that time you wore that wig. We still ain't forget about that.
That shit was hilarious.
We still did not forget about your travel wig. You are never living that down.
Yo, you know Sharika ass took a picture of that shit and posted in the fucking podcast like within
As she
minutes
should.
after the
As she should.
That shit was hilarious.
Yup, that damn travel wig will go down in history.
Yeah, I was not expecting that shit.
You see Merv come back with the damn great. What is that? What is that, Merv? My travel wig. Get him right.
What you call it?
His travel wig.
No, it was, what was it? Silver what?
Silver Germany.
Yep. Goddamn, Becca. That shit rolled off. That shit must instill in your fucking memory like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. It's embedded.
That's yo, don't make me cry.
It's embedded. But we'll end the night with that with Silver Germany. Shout out to Silver Germany and Bubba.
Hey, y'all know what we should do one day? Like all of us should have like alter egos, and we come as motherfucker with our alter ego and shit.
I have one.
We should come with an alter ego and do a podcast.
I think I saw that shit. Becca alter ego came out at the after dark pod. Wait, I don't know. You might have two more. I don't know.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That shit was crazy. It was like Becca was off that wine. Woo, child. Woo, child.
Did we cover everything we supposed to goddamn cover?
No, there's still more, but it's late. I want to talk about this right here. Young Jack and his child support.
Oh.
Which one of the kids now? After his child's mother was...
Young John said child abandonment charge came after his child's mother was dissatisfied with renegotiated child support payments. Yo, you should have brought that shit up. Like, you should have brought that bitch up about an hour ago. God damn,
we can do it real quick. So Jack pays child support. He was paying child support to the tune of $4,000 to $5,000 a month. He was paying more than what was court ordered. Basically what happened was he had some other financial responsibilities he wanted to take care of. He does have a wedding coming up, so he's trying to, help fund the wedding or whatever. So he started to pay less than what he was normally paying. Mind you, it's way more than what's court ordered. This is the amount that he was just giving just to be given it. He started giving less so that he can address money and other issues. He didn't say which mother it was. We wasn't sure if it was the mother of his twins, or he has twins, right? I believe he has twins, or he didn't say which one it was, but he did mention that she went to the court and lied about child abandonment to get him arrested. Now, this happened to be about 2 hours before he had to perform. He had an event to go to, and she ended up doing this right before he was supposed to go to this event. He ended up bonding out for 1,300 and went to the event. But he talked about how the court system and how the court system is in regards, and Merv has mentioned this before, and we've talked about this already. So my thing is this goes into the subject of women using kids as you know as a weapon. Look at Merv shaking his head. He is disgusted.
Yeah, that was the perfect word. That's because this shit is disgusting.
Right. But he was paying more than what the court ordered. So she was getting way more than she should have to begin with. He just decided to pay what he was really supposed to be paying for a couple months because he had some other stuff to do with his money. And she got mad and was like, no, you're supposed to be giving me what you've been giving me before. And he's like, that's not what I was supposed to be giving you way less. Like, you're doing too much. So she got him arrested. And he actually did get arrested. So there was no literal child abandonment. He wasn't even with the child. He didn't even have none of his children with him. None of his children were physically with him. But she called and got him arrested for child abandonment because she got less per month than what she was normally getting.
These women need to be held accountable.
Can you define child abandonment, please? Based on Georgia law? Because
they need to be
jailed,
jailed, pay a fine or something.
I didn't know that definition before I respond.
Okay. Child abandonment is a misdemeanor offense in Georgia with a penalty of $1,000 fine or up to 12 months in prison when a parent has failed to provide sufficient food, clothing, or shelter for the needs of the child for 30 days.
Like they gotta provide all that within 30 days or at least.
So a child, it's considered child abandonment if the parent has failed to provide food, clothing, or shelter for the child for at least 30 days. So after the 31st day is considered child abandonment.
Yo,
wait, what about the child don't live with them? Like,
yo, that's bullshit.
And they just give them money.
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
You should have been arrested. And the fine is either $1,000 fine or up to 12 months in jail.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
This whole shit fucked up. Everything fucked up. Women are fucked up.
Oh my god, yo.
Did y'all see the episode of Paternity Court where the dude did 5 fucking years for child support? And the child was not his?
No.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yo, like, so she filed on that morning and got this nigga arrested the same day? Is that correct?
Let's see.
Because I'm about to say, meanwhile, you could be in a whole fucking car accident and the state troopers take forever to fucking show the fuck up.
The same. I hope it wasn't that fast.
Well, I don't think it was that fast, but he definitely got a mugshot from being arrested.
Well, no shit, Becca. But yo, that's listen, man. Yo, whichever one of his child's mothers did that shit, and that's
he made her mad.
They
had an argument.
He got 8 kids.
Huh?
He has 8 children. He has 2 with Cena, 2 with Carla, 3 with Alex, and 1 with Fatima. My God. My God.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's yeah.
I'm trying to get some more info, but
listen
about
what, man, you gotta be careful. Listen, you gotta be careful who the fuck you have kids with, and the court system full of shit. When I tell you, I think we talked about this one day when in one pod when it was like so the black man is the least protected in the world. And when I said that, when you incorporate everything, the cops, the court system, like yo, there's a lot of fucking obstacles we gotta fucking deal with or fucking worry about.
Yeah,
That's
that's really
not
crazy.
that's not in our control. Like that was not in his control at all. You know how, based off that definition, you know how easily that shit could be manipulated where any fucking body could be arrested for child abandonment based off
Yep.
that fucking definition of the law in Georgia?
Yep. I'm trying to find the
That's
audio
fucking
because
crazy.
he has a morning radio show. So he went on his morning radio show to discuss it because um that's a real serious thing. You're talking about possible jail time for a year, 12 months in prison. Like, how do you just get
How you
someone
justify
arrested?
12 months of prison for something that happened allegedly for 30 days? Like that definition, the way they got that definition set up, every nigga in Georgia could be arrested for child abandonment if they got a kid.
Exactly. Exactly. Anybody could be. Anybody could be arrested for that.
Every nigga in Georgia could be arrested for child abandonment based off that fucking definition of the law in Georgia if they have a fucking kid that don't live with them.
Yeah, that's
That
wild.
shit was real broad.
Right. That's just too fucking broad.
I'm trying to find the audio
Because that, I think Becca said shelter, food,
and clothing.
and clothing. So I could give my child's mother $2,000, but under that definition, I didn't provide. She said, "Well, he provide clothing, food, or shelter, and still go to fucking jail based off of that." Yo, that shit crazy.
It's very crazy. And it's unfair too.
Yo,
I
that
can't
shit
find.
crazy. The way they damn determine child support is fucking crazy. Like because I make $10,000 a month, I gotta give her 5,000 because she got a child. Some shit like that.
Okay, so I want to play this for you guys real quick.
So yeah, man, I was actually sponsoring the event for the mayor of South Fulton. And I was going home to get dressed, and a lot of police department pulled behind me, and they ain't say nothing. He just walked up to the car. Now, interesting enough, I'm sitting here like, well, what you put me on for? He never said nothing. He just grabbed me and said, I rolled down the passenger window. The female officer said, yep, that's him. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm like, what? Then he came to the driver, though, and he was like, so I'm actually get out of the car. I'm like, all right, I got, okay, he just put handcuffs on me. All right. Then he was like, you might have a warrant. That was it. That's all he said. Then he put me in the back of the police car. They drove me out, took me to Rice Street. I mean, the pre-trial. No. But you can't tell people what they're being arrested for? You are supposed to. Did they read you your rights? No, never did. I never heard the rights. You didn't hear the Miranda? Never. Never did. So anyway, I'm going to just tell y'all what happened. So people are saying this child abandonment, and, people are trying to say that, that means you to pay child support. Well, that's definitely what child abandonment means. When you hear it like that. But in my case, that wasn't the case. So let's just say, without saying who the kid's mom is, because we're going to keep that chill for a minute. So I've been paying so much money up ahead, right? All right. To stay ahead. Not just to stay ahead because I didn't want no smoke, right? So I paid a lot of money up. Once I realized, I felt like, you know what? I don't have to pay you this much money. It wasn't that I realized, it was just, it came to the point, like, yo, I'm about to get married. I gotta take my time and put finances toward, my wedding. But I had spent so much money on child support for this particular child. Right. Now, That person got mad. The mother got mad and felt like, no, you're supposed to keep paying me this. I said, no, let's go to the lawyers. Let's get the attorneys involved, and we'll get a real, because we never established what I would pay per month. Okay. And let's just say I was paying her a salary. Okay. Let's just say that. I'm gonna be honest. This on my mama. Okay. It's on all my kids' lives. I was paying her an upwards to $4,000 a month. Oh wow. Actually, $5,000 a month. I ain't really want to say that because I ain't want another kid to be going in on after they hear this, but that's the truth, and that's what it was. So when we did that, while we were in the process of establishing all of my information, my documents, I need to see your contracts. I need, when you're a celebrity, they want to do everything when it comes to the attorneys. So when Christmas rolled around, I was like, look, we don't have an agreement. We don't have an agreement of what to pay. That's what we're trying to establish. So in the process of doing that, I said, well, hey, I give you $1,500 for Christmas. And the attorney said, no, that's not enough. So while my attorney and her attorney's going back and forth to establish this, they put this out on me. I didn't even know. I had a warrant, you know what I'm saying, for this. So here I am. I'm just living my life casually, still paying child support, you know what I'm saying? And suddenly they put out this child abandonment warrant because they did not want to accept the $1,500. So when I go to court, it's going to have to be reversed. It's going to be taken off my record because there was no point in time where there was any abandonment. There was no point in time where there wasn't child support. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
Because they wanted more than $1,500 for Christmas for one child. Sound like it's only one child, right?
Well, it's only one woman he has one child with.
I'm talking about this. I'm just talking about this particular situation. I know you got a bunch of guys. I'm talking about this particular situation. This mama, there's only one child between them, right? That's what it sounds like.
Well, he just said the child. It could be.
It sound like the last one.
Yeah.
Well, not the one that you said. When he was running the names down.
Like this is just one child.
He has multiple children with all of them except one. He has 4 baby mothers.
And he said he ain't want the other kids to know that they was getting 5.
Yeah. So it sound like this is sound like just talking about one kid.
Either way, if I'm one of your baby mothers and you giving me $1,300 a month, and you now on the radio talk about you giving Shorty $5,000 a month, I'm going to court too.
Yeah, but the other one's got multiple kids. When you got one, that one get more. It's always like that.
Either way, we're gonna do the math on this. 5 times 12.
No, we ain't doing no math. Stay focused. So this motherfucker put child abandonment on this nigga because she wanted more than $1,500 for Christmas?
Yes. And this was in December. So he didn't even know he had a warrant. So it's not 5 months later. Don't pop a blood vessel, bro.
No. Listen, it's like on damn Why Did I Get Married? It's like you so evil. Like
right.
Yo, that should be this pod tonight is women are evil. That's what it is.
No, women are not evil. Not all of them. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's like we got evil bones in our bodies.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yo, we can't end on that. Let's end on this funny shit right here, yo. Hey, go ahead, Ben. Let's end on this funny shit right here. We got to end on something better.
Okay, so Nike is beefing with StockX now because StockX is supposedly selling fake Jordans. So there was a major
sale. Put that one up.
There was a sale that was going on. Nike got wind of a sale that was happening from StockX, and they were purchasing fake Jordans and selling them on StockX. So if anybody has ordered anything from them before, then you know that when you purchase from StockX, it usually takes about 2 or 3 weeks to get to you because they are going through an authentication stage. So StockX will, if you can put anything on StockX before the person is able to ship it, it has to go through authentication to make sure it's a real product. If it's a Jordan, or if you're selling Gucci shades, or if you're selling a Dior bag, whatever, it has to be verified and authenticated, which is the reason why it's supposed to take about 2 or 3 weeks to get to you. Nike found out that some of the Jordans being sold on StockX are not real. So now they have a beef with StockX, and they are trying to get some money from them for selling their fake, or fake versions of Jordans. And it's mainly, what they notice is mainly the one that's in this picture, which is the patent leather red and black ones. This particular sneaker is what set it off, because this was in high demand, the patent leather version of that. And Nike was like, nah, you can't sell people fake Jordans. What are you doing? You're taking money from us. People are not going to buy the real Jordans if they on StockX buying the fake Jordans, and they're like 300% more the price. You can easily buy a pair of sneakers, Jordans, for $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 for some cool grays that came out months ago. Because the sneaker game has changed. People who buy, they go online, they buy a bunch of sneakers,
or auctions and shit, and try to resell them,
and then they resell them. So when you go online to buy them, I went online to buy it, and now there's like a line. So a sneaker gets released at 10 o'clock. You log into the Nike app, or whatever app, Foot Locker, whatever app you want to buy the sneaker from. Once the shoe goes on sale, you click to purchase, and it tells you are number such and such in line. And they give you like a few minutes to purchase your sneaker, and then that's it. If you ain't purchased it, it'll tell you it's gone, or even while you're purchasing it, it says out of stock. So people are not able to buy sneakers the way they used to. Just go online, go in the store and buy sneakers. So people are going to StockX, they're going to GOAT, they're going to other websites to buy these sneakers. And of course, they know they're going to pay a higher price for them because people are reselling them and they want to make a profit. StockX is one of them. And a lot of the time, StockX will charge whoever's selling that particular sneaker on StockX will sell the $130 Jordan for $650.
Right.
And if you are a true sneakerhead and you just thirsty for these sneakers, you'll buy
You're gonna
them.
buy it.
But
So
now,
I bought those sneakers. The funny thing is, so why those sneakers sparked off this? Because this has been going on for years. StockX and GOAT selling fake sneakers and real sneakers.
DH Gate, another one.
Yeah, they both been put up there, but they say that the GOAT is more official, even though they have sold fake sneakers. But with these particular Jordans, they were selling as if they were released 2 months before they were released. Like people had videos. People with
wow,
this dude was doing a whole auction on it, and he had stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of those sneakers in his establishment. So it's like, I've never seen it. How the hell y'all get all these stacks and all these shipments in, and they not even released? They don't come out until until 2 months. So
Right.
when I purchased the sneaker, I purchased it after the release date. The price went back to damn near normal. Anybody who purchased those sneakers before the release date spent like $700.
And they were probably fake.
And it were probably fake. Because how you get that many shipments to be selling, and they never sold out. The person just kept having more stacks and more stacks and more stacks of the sneaker doing the auction. Even the 11s, the patent leather grade 11s that dropped right before it.
The cool
Like, how
grade.
did y'all get the cool grades?
I wanted those so bad.
How do you have these sneakers and you're not even selling out? Like, everybody was selling them. Where did y'all get it from? And it hasn't been released yet. How?
damn.
Yep. Yep. And the sneaker game has sucked for many years. It's been horrible because people cannot just go and buy sneakers. They can't even go in the store and buy them. I used to work at Foot Locker, and I remember Jordan Day. Jordan Day used to be the shit. Saturday morning, we would open up an hour early. We would have all the Jordans on the counter, and people were just buying it. All the drug dealers was coming with their little dirty, folded up money and buying 3, 4, at a time. Let me get a 12 in men's. Let me get a 7 in this. Let me get a 2 for my daughter. And I got a newborn coming. Let me just get them so they could be
Yeah,
dripping.
it was no line. There was
They
no line.
Yeah, they was just buying them up, and I remember those days. And you can't even go in the stores right now and just buy the
Man,
latest that
I
came
So
out.
at
remember
that time, Nike made enough sneakers for everybody, right? Then you could tell where the greed comes in at, right? So then it turned into they only making a certain amount and you have to stand online for the sneaker. So now the mall opens at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah,
And
just
there's a whole line already. People are camped out and all this other shit, right? Any sneaker store. And then it turned into raffles. So then you had to go to the store and get a raffle ticket. And if you won, you come pick up your sneaker, right? Then it changed from that because people was getting robbed. So you won your sneakers, and then you walking out the mall, you getting beat the fuck up or jumped. Somebody standing out there waiting for you to come out with the sneakers, you getting jumped, right?
that's
So
insane.
now it turned into online only, basically. Do they have it in stores? Yes, but right now it's online only. So you do a bid,
Yep.
right? It's to get the sneaker, right? So now the sneaker gets released 10 a.m. on this date. So you sitting right there. It's 9:59, and you ready to push the button. You got your other family members ready to push the button, and then you click on it. 10 o'clock. Boom, sold out. What?
Yep. You
What the fuck?
It's
So it
happening.
turned. Yeah, it turns into now it's sold out. And then Nike sitting here, y'all want to sue StockX and all this other shit. We need to sue y'all motherfuckers because y'all letting these people, y'all still ain't figure out how to get the bots to not just do a whole buy out all the sneakers with one push of a button at 10 a.m. There's
Yep.
people that really want these shoes. Like this, it's crazy. And then here's the thing. Here's the trick to the online raffle. The only way you even gonna get considered is how many sneakers you normally purchase from Foot Locker or Nike. So you know how they have the rewards program,
Yeah.
and every time you buy a sneaker, your reward thing goes up. The higher your rewards is, the most likely you are to win the raffle online. So if you're not in a rewards program or you barely buy sneakers like that, you're never gonna win a raffle online. Never.
That's why I wear Converse.
So the more money you spend, the higher up chance you get to do the raffle. And imagine all the people who buy these shits to resell it. They already up there because they done spent
Yeah.
thousands of dollars to buy. And then before that, it was they limited. Like you only could get 2 pair per person or 1 pair per person. Now they so hungry for the money, the person could buy as many as they want. And it'd be a bunch of, I ain't gonna hold you, it'd be a bunch of Koreans and the people that own the Chinese people and then the Indian people that oh, it'd be true. They own the sneaker stores. They own the little mom and pop sneaker stores in the hood. So
Right. I remember those days of being able to just go buy sneakers and you would hope they had your size. And if they did, you was like, yeah, yeah, let me get that. You buy the shirt to match at Foot Locker or the 5 for 20 tees or the socks that go with it, little 6-pack Nike socks. Those were the good old days. That's why I buy Converse and Air Maxes. Don't nobody want
man, Converse went up. Shit. I was like $50. I don't even know how much they cost now. I know them shits used to be $40. Where the fuck did the 50 come from? I do not know.
Oh no, they're like 60, 70, 80s.
yeah,
See?
it's high now. But everything going up, Tina. Gas $4, $5.
But
Meat.
gas is always most likely to come back down. These sneaker prices ain't coming back down. They
Well,
staying
nah.
up there.
I'm telling you, one more thing increase. I'm about to go on OnlyFans and start posting feet pics. What color
Timberlands
y'all
for
want my
kids
toes?
is Timberland for kids is almost $200 now. I remember when Timberlands for kids was $90.
I know. I used to work at Foot Locker. I had every sneaker that came through that building. I had because they was $40, $50, maybe 60, and I worked there, so I was able to get it with a discount. Now my sneakers is $120 for kid sizes.
And you'd be from between a size 5 to a size 10, 11 in men, those sneaker prices are so high. It's
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. And the fucked up part is a lot of kids wear the men's sizes now because these kids are
And a
growing
lot
so
of women
fast, their
wear big
feet.
sizes.
Yeah, so it's they raping. It's the women who getting raped because they buying their kids these sneakers.
And I'm a size 7, so my size is the in between.
Hmm.
So my sizes
If
usually
you
go.
wear 12, 13, your sneaker gonna be cheaper than a kid's 5.5 in them Jordans. You hear
Oh
me?
yeah, there's definitely a price difference between my husband's sneakers and mine. Even if it's a couple dollars, 10, 15, $20 difference.
The popular sizes sell for the most money.
And that's what you could do on StockX. You can play with the prices. So a lot of the times you can, and most of the times on StockX, you can have the buy now option, but you also have the bid option. So if somebody wants to bid on that particular sneaker, they'll put $5, $10 more than the highest bid, and then somebody else will come up and bid $5, $10 more than them, and then somebody else does it after that. So by the time you bidding on a sneaker that started off at 120, it's bought at 750 because so many people have bid on it because they want it so bad, all to find out that it could be a fake sneaker.
So if all these sneakers is fake and shit, and Nike suing them, are these people gonna are they gonna do a class action lawsuit
They need
for the
to.
people that did purchase those sneakers for that much money?
They need to. But you know how much? Do you understand how much money they got to give out? Buy
They'd
from
go
StockX.
bankrupt. That
Go.
should be.
They people buy from StockX. That is the main go-to for sneakers. StockX. I just learned about Goat and there's another one, Flight. I just heard
Hmm.
about Goat and Flight, but I've known about StockX for a minute. That's the first place people go to. They just go order it, boom.
Because they
It's
compare the prices. Sometimes the goat be a lot of money,
but
like a
StockX be
lot.
losing people sneakers too. I've heard people buy from StockX and they never got their stuff because it was lost.
Well,
And
here's the thing about the goat. Once you spend money with the goat, you don't get your money back. So they'll give you store credit.
oh, that's not gold status. That's not gold.
They give you store credits. You do not get them funds back if you return a sneaker or something. The only way you get a refund, cash refund for your money back is if they made an error.
Merv, you gonna buy you some Converses, some Air Maxes?
I go to outlets to get my fucking sneakers.
So
Fuck, I don't do no auction. I don't go online. None of that shit.
ain't nobody asked you. So what?
He's like, I go to the outlets. I bought my
Oh,
Air Max 95s.
I've been trying to get those lime green, gray, and
I
white
think that's my.
95s.
I think that's what my daughter like. I think it's the. Is there a 90?
The 90s is the bomb. They have so many colors in the 90s. I
Yep.
love the Air Max
Okay, I
90s.
think that's what. Yeah, that's what my daughter be goddamn having me getting shit. I think it's
You
a
gonna get it,
90.
and you know you're gonna get it too. Every color in her size. Stop playing. You know you're gonna do it. You're gonna go right online right now and see what's the latest color. You're
Right
gonna
now,
get
the cheapest Nike sneaker out here are Air Forces and Huaraches.
Air Forces are still $100.
They they
No, I
75.
like 79.
And
Man,
kids, I had to say kids. Those the back to school sneakers. Back to school, all the kids, the parents be lined up with for the Air Forces. Huaraches is no more than what, $80, 85, and then they go on sale. They drop.
I've never had
That's
a
about it. The Vapor Maxes, which is like one of the most comfortable sneakers ever, that shit
yeah.
is expensive. And kids,
I'm not a sneakerhead, but I had wanted those goddamn those Mambasita Kobe Bryant's Nikes let out the
The
black and gold
Gianna,
ones.
the ones for Gianna,
Yeah, with him and his
those
daughter.
was yeah, those was
Those shit
sick.
sold out. Those shit sold out in 1.2 seconds.
Yes, those was sick.
and some people not even gonna wear them. They just got them to because, and they're
Yeah,
gonna be worth a lot of money.
they
So
are. That's one reason why I wanted it.
You was
You
gonna
got
sell
you
it
got
or you was gonna
Mambo
just
on one and Gigi on the other one. I know shit
that
gonna be
was
like,
right.
yeah. But yo,
And
we
with
hit the
that,
3 hour mark.
we did.
Yeah.
Talking about a little bit of everything.
we talk about a lot of shit today, and in
Yeah.
depth. It wasn't like a speed dating. It was like we talk about a lot of shit. We talk
Not
in
speed
depth
dating.
about each one was a real date. Each one was been in the movies.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh shit! Go ahead. So start off with the parting shots, yo.
I'll go first. Um, the moral of the story is
You know what?
don't go
I'm
ahead.
gonna go first.
Okay.
I don't let y'all finish. I'll do the shout outs, but I'll go first.
Okay.
Yo, listen. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. All right. So, black woman, if you talk about niggas and you okay with talking about niggas, yo, you can't hold a damn fire and talk about somebody after they die saying it's good for them because they had opinions about black women that you disagree with. Um, yeah, that shit just crazy to me. That so like the Kevin Samuel thing. I'm not a Kevin Samuel follower. I really didn't give a damn about. I'd never even call it a show, but it bothers me just as a fucking human, as a motherfucking human, to hear people act so happy or celebration that a motherfucker died. So the human aspect of it, that shit really fucking bothered me. It wasn't the man versus woman, black man versus black woman. It was the fact that goddamn, because of difference of opinion that black woman had of somebody, he died. And it was just like celebration. Well, who y'all gonna follow now? Well, if he ain't been talking about black women, or learn this lesson: when you talk about black women, you're killing yourself. I just thought that shit was fucking crazy. Of all the comments I hear, and I thought about the black guy that got killed by the white girl. He said he won't date black women. He'll never date black women. He only, and because of he said those comments, he got killed by a white woman. And people was just like, good riddance. It was just, it was like you made an excuse. It was okay for that nigga to die or
Right.
to get killed because either he didn't like black women, he didn't care to date black women, or somebody had strong opinions about black women that asked for advice or suggestions. And I just thought it was fucking crazy that we was really okay with people. We're really okay with people dying or getting killed because of difference of opinion about black women. And when none of these people that I'm talking about, I didn't say anything about no prison, no murderers. Like they only thing that their crime was they don't want to date black women, or they rather date outside the race, or they didn't care for black women to date them, or this person when you call to ask him, he was very direct, brutally direct, but delivery was very raw, and he didn't care how you took it
Mm-hmm.
when it came in regards to black women, and because of that, it was like, yo, it's really okay with these niggas either dying or getting killed, and you justified this shit. And I thought that shit was fucking whack and inhumane. Just as a human, thought it was fucked up.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you and say almost the same thing. One thing I noticed is that we used to protect black women used to be, it's trending now, but it started off as a necessary thing because we often used to say that black women are the most hated, treated the worst, not really represented correctly, not really supported the way that we should be. So this protect black women movement came along so that we can get some support that we were looking for that we never got. It just seems like through the years it's turned bad, and people use it in a way to demean everybody else. As a black woman, it is it is trending to say, um, we are on the come up, right? We owning businesses. We're making more money than the men. We are more successful in regards to a lot of things. But okay, I mean that's good, but it just seems like it turned into a us versus them kind of thing, and it is disgusting. It is disgusting. It has become protecting black women has definitely become trash everybody else type of thing, and we've discussed that before on other pods. I just want to just just say that in wanting to be represented, and wanting to be respected, it is counterproductive to then do the thing you don't want done to you. Um, it doesn't matter how you felt about a person. You if you it would be best to be indifferent and to just not say anything than to just be like, oh, I'm glad he died because of whatever, whatever. Because if that was somebody in your family, you wouldn't want the whole world on the internet talk about they glad your uncle died because your uncle ain't like black chicks. If that was because Kevin Samuel's mother didn't even know he passed away. She found out on social media. She wasn't even contacted before the word got out. And everybody just wanted to be the first one to report. Fee from Gossip in the City was the first one to report that he passed away. His mother didn't even know. She found out on social media, watching everyone say, good for him. Now imagine being a mother and your child passes away and somebody says good for your child because he ain't like black women anyway. That's hurtful. Um, Again, sometimes there's just some things you're gonna have to shut the fuck up on. Mind your business. Have your opinion and your thought to yourself. Because once you say it out loud, you leave yourself subject to whatever response you get. And if you ain't like the response, oh well, should have shut the fuck up on it. That's it. Tina B, what you got?
Y'all bitches is delusional. Y'all bitches gave that motherfucker energy, and y'all ain't like the energy y'all got back. Y'all bitches don't love yourself, and that's why y'all think everybody is fucking attacking y'all. And yes, I'm talking about y'all black motherfuckers. And that's all I gotta say.
Shout out to our sponsors. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
And if you got offended, then I was talking to you.
Now it's not safe for you. You switch like a pussy little bitch.
Look at look at her. She got the white
It's
woman
always
here.
black
Bitch,
women
suck a titty,
attacking
hoe.
black.
Cause I'll beat you like a motherfucking black bitch for real. But anyway, go ahead,
It's
Bird.
always black women attacking black women, right, Tina? We don't
You
like
know,
ourselves.
you know, yeah, like get the fuck out, y'all. That shit sound crazy.
We don't like
Do y'all hear that shit? That shit sound fucking crazy.
you switch like a pussy
That
little
just sound like you don't love yourself. So you think in your mind you created that everybody else hates you. Your mom's playing tricks on you, shorty.
trying to play tricks on trying to play tricks on you. Trying to play tricks on you. Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Bird. We out.
Yo, shout out to YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Shout out to Sean, Mark, Stacks, Mel, Nick, J, to Facebook, to the guys' Facebook group, 1,100 members. Shout out to Blackjack TV, Zango TV, Blackjack Channel 199, 198. Shout out to Mile High Radio Station. I believe did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. So if I miss you, put it to my mind, not my heart, and
Aw,
appreciate it.
they say that
And
in church.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not 100% heathen. So we're gonna see y'all motherfuckers next week at 8 o'clock at the same bad time, same bad channel, and motherfuckers niggas, we out.
Bitch.